It's 3 o'clock. I'm Julia Fello. This is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Friday, October 3rd. Your top story, saved after a school shooting threat.
I'm Toya Washington, and shutdown looming. It could go through the weekend.
I'm Debbie Lazago. We've got some delays starting up now on southbound 41, hitting the brakes right around Bradley Road all the way to Good Hope, and then back on the brakes from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound is slowing down just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Hampton. Southbound on 43, backing up from just south of Good Hope Road, pretty much all the way down to Fond du Lac Avenue. The northbound side's got some backups just north of Fond du Lac. And then westbound 94, slowing from 17th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound, slow out of the zoo all the way to 35th Street. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight, a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy. The high will be 88 degrees. Right now in Milwaukee, it's sunny and 80 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a Milwaukee public school student detained for making a school shooting threat. It happened earlier today at Morse Middle School on the northwest side. MPS says the student was immediately detained. Police were called to the school. No gun was found.
It might take some time before a popular Italian deli reopens in Milwaukee.
A fire at Glorioso's Italian market has forced the Brady Street store to close temporarily. Co-owner Carmine Presta says he's focused on repairing the damage and reopening safely, praising the support from the local community.
Glorioso's being here 79 years, and us coming into the business and working with Michael and his family, Glorioso, there's so many customers that have been there for generations, and they're nice to talk to. Everybody's very friendly. People love coming here.
Meanwhile, city officials continue to investigate the fire, and the health department will inspect the building before it can welcome shoppers again. At Glorioso's, Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
A suspect in custody after a shooting last night in Waukesha. Police say a 31-year-old man fired multiple shots from inside his apartment near Maine and Wisconsin. The bullets went into the walls of the building. The apartment building had to be evacuated. No one was hurt. Police say the suspect had a self-inflicted gunshot wound to his leg. He was rushed to the hospital before he was arrested.
Hamas says it has accepted some elements of President Trump's plan to end the war in the Gaza Strip. Now, this includes giving up power and releasing all remaining hostages, but that others require further consultations among Palestinians. This statement came hours after the president said that Hamas must agree to the deal by Sunday evening, threatening an even greater military onslaught nearly 2 years into the war sparked by the October 7th attack into Israel. It's unclear how the U.S. and Israel would respond to partial acceptance.
The federal government shutdown will continue through the weekend.
The vote was 54-44, but 60 votes were needed. Democrats say unless their demands are met, they'll continue blocking the House-passed bill that would reopen the government and fund it through November 21st. Republican Majority Leader John Thune says his party will continue an across-the-aisle appeal in an effort to end the shutdown.
Hopefully over the weekend they'll have a chance to think about it, and maybe some of these conversations start to result in something.
Democrats continue demanding an extension of expiring Obamacare subsidies and a reversal of recent Medicaid changes that Republicans just made. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
Well, you might still be able to get tickets to Game 1 in the NLDS. Brewers president of business operation Rick Schlesinger tells Wisconsin's Midday News that they usually hold tickets for the opposing team, but after that...
Sometime today we'll probably have some additional tickets, maybe another 50 or 100, so we're going to make an announcement when we get that information. So, I would say a very limited supply might be available this afternoon, but if not, standing room only.
First pitch for the Brewers and Cubs game is at 1:08 p.m. on Saturday at American Family Field. You can also listen to the game right here on WTMJ.
Coming up next, a big history being made. Outdoor living.
Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano talking with Dr. Mike Nolte at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doc, a lot of people are hesitant to visit a surgeon for spine care.
The good news is that the vast majority of patients that I see and the majority of conditions that I can see can be successfully treated without surgery. And I don't want patients to think that just because you're seeing a spine surgeon means that you're going to be signing up for surgery. We talk about, in my clinic, kind of a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. orthowisconsin.com.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. For the first time ever in Major League history, the Brewers will play their Northside rivals in the postseason.
Makes the catch! The Chicago Cubs are going to head up 94. They move on to Milwaukee.
ESPN there on the call with the final out as the Cubs beat the Padres 3-1 yesterday to advance to the playoffs. So game one for the Brewers and Cubs starts with a 1:08 p.m. first pitch tomorrow from American Family Field. Game two is set for Monday at 8:08 p.m., a late one there. And the Badgers are looking for a win tomorrow as they face 20th ranked Michigan. That's an 11 a.m. kickoff in Ann Arbor. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 3:07.
Are you frustrated with those trendy weight loss shots? Whether you've hit a plateau, can't handle the side effects, or watch the pounds creep back after stopping, there's a better way. The Milwaukee Weight Loss Program has helped thousands of people lose up to 10 to 20% of their body weight in just 8 weeks without expensive injections or uncomfortable side effects. Our doctor-developed program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast. Ready for real lasting results? Our caring team at Milwaukee Weight Loss is ready to help you achieve your weight loss goals. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scafidi. I dropped 40 pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. No crazy workouts, no meal kits or shakes, and definitely no meds or injections. They helped reset my metabolism, and the weights actually stayed off. It's been a game changer for me. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 262-393-2334 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, Julia Fello, and in for John McCure, it's Toya Washington.
2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
It's already busy by Miller Parkway?
It was busy by Miller Parkway. It was busy by Pettit. It was busy just the whole way in. I hate to sound like that suburban person where I'm like, I can't stand traveling to the city. Well, today I was like, this is, the traffic gods hate me, period.
Oh, get ready for more. Here we go.
This is the 3 at 3 on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Number one, Toya.
Number one, Brewers ticket prices.
Yes, game one of the NLDS against the Cubs tomorrow. First pitch, 1:08 at AmFam Field. How much would it cost to go to the game if you went on sites like StubHub? Well, 2 tickets, you and a friend. So the lowest one I saw was $220 for 2 in the nosebleeds.
Ooh.
What about 2 standing room only tickets?
I don't even want to know.
Well, it's
150 for 2.
Higher.
Shush. To stand?
$175.
Oh, my word.
So that grants you entry to the ballpark, doesn't give you a seat. You can move around, watch the game from areas with rails or ledges. So
I'm going to watch from home.
By the way, the average price for a World Series ticket last year was $1,300 to $1,900 per ticket.
No, thank you.
Brewers play-by-play broadcaster Lane Grindle has a great seat every game. He's going to join us live on Wisconsin's Afternoon News at 3:35 as we get ready for the NLDS. Number 2, Toya.
Number 2, Governor Evers signs an AI bill.
Yes, it's a bipartisan bill. It's aimed at keeping up with the fast-moving world of artificial intelligence. So this new law he just signed protects Wisconsinites against explicit images, especially those created by somebody using AI. So an image of you, and they alter it. Makes it illegal to post anything that's synthetic, not real, intimate images of someone without their consent, particularly if it's meant to harass or intimidate someone. The law goes into effect today. All right, number 3.
All right, Special Olympics, one of our favorites.
Very nice. So last night was so incredible. You can text WATCH to 855-616-1620. WATCH to our setting limited talk and text line. It's been more than a year in the making. Special Olympics Wisconsin held an incredible gala last night at Pfizer Forum. DJ Shauna was our host, getting the crowd hyped up. Each table had an athlete and their families with them. And I'm on the Special Olympics Executive Board. Part of being a board member, you're paired with an athlete who is your mentor. So my athlete mentor is John Lewis. He was at table number 4 with me, along with his mom, Coach Brenda. So you can see us if you text WATCH. It was so great, this gala. Because you know how you have to dress up at galas?
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that with this one. The dress
That's
code
awesome.
was to wear your favorite sports gear.
Oh, yeah,
I had
I
a
love
Brewers
that.
hoodie on. Yeah, it was fun. The
I love
athletes
that.
clapped as you came into the arena and welcomed you. The tables were in the center court where the Bucks play. And it was a magical night. We raised more than $200,000, Toya. It was really
nice.
special.
You've done a lot. I mean, I wouldn't say last time I was here, but over the winter you did
I plunged.
polar plunge. You've gone to basketball games, am I correct?
That's
with your
John.
mentor? Yeah, with
That's
John.
and
yes.
Coach Brenda.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, Special Olympics basketball gets started in December. That's the only reason I survived through the winter. And you said that too. With,
yes,
with
it's
Bucks
basketball, with Bucks basketball. Well, now I'm going to join you on the sideline because yes.
Oh, it's so exciting.
I know.
Inspiring.
I did volunteer in high school with Special Olympics, and that was one of the highlights of that time in my life.
Oh, thank you. So go Google Special Olympics and you can volunteer, learn more. It's such a worthwhile organization. You'll get more out of it than anyone else. It just brightens my day every time I'm part of it. 3:12 on WTMJ. Okay, P. Diddy. He's supposed to be sentenced today.
Yeah.
The deadline for everybody, all the witnesses to speak, was about 15 minutes ago. And if they didn't stop talking, then the sentencing would happen on Monday. What happened? We talked to ABC News legal analyst Royal Oaks next.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik here for Flanners Home Entertainment. Does the audio and video system in your home need an upgrade? Well, Flanners has all the solutions and the installation experts to simplify and upgrade your home entertainment experience. Forget about the impersonable big box stores and risky online purchases. You go with locally owned Flanners, where quality service, the best brands, and guaranteed best price remain top priorities. Stop by Flanners in West Dallas, Grafton, or at Flanners.com. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
WTMJ and Sidex are back with the Beautiful Bathroom Contest. Ooh, one lucky listener will win a tub or shower conversion valued up to $10,000. It is easy. Snap a photo of your scary shower, terrifying tub, or just one you're tired of looking at, and enter now. Text BOO, B-O-O, to the WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. BOO, 855-616-1620. Or visit WTMJ.com to submit your picture and see full contest rules.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Abby Home. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. Yet at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Traffic is sponsored by Lynch McQuanago. The place you want to go. Lynch McQuanago.
Chevrolets, Fords, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. All in one location. The place you want to go. Lynch McQuanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Traffic and then weather, Debbie Lazaga.
Okay, well, southbound on the bypass, we got some delays from Oklahoma Avenue down into the Hale interchange. Southbound 43 backing up from about Hampton all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. You're back on the brakes from Beecher down towards Oklahoma Avenue. The northbound side of 43 backing up around Kilbourne all the way up past North Avenue. Eastbound 94 still heavy from 84th Street to 35th. Westbound from 17th to Mitchell Boulevard. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, sunny and warm, a high of 86. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 65. Saturday, sunny, breezy. Tomorrow, it could hit 88. What a hot NLDS playoff game here at AmFam. Sunday, clouds and humid, high of 85. Monday, rain is likely, a high of 72. Same with Tuesday. Right now in Milwaukee, it's sunny and 80 degrees. Wisconsin's Afternoon News podcast is sponsored by Dave Trey Camp Heating. Your comfort is their family's tradition. Visit DaveTreyCamp.com. Okay, here we go. It was the deadline at 3 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
But apparently, I just looked at the latest reporter notes with Sean Diddy on his sentencing. Prosecutors want 11 years. He's supposed to be addressing the court right now.
Right now.
It's in federal court, so we can't see anything.
Yeah.
But we have the best in the business, ABC News legal analyst, Royal Oakes. Royal, what have we learned so far today?
Oh, you're too kind. Well, what we've learned is that Sean Diddy Combs has taken the stand in a very emotional testimony. He apologized to Cassie Ventura, one of his victims, to a woman identified as Jane. He called his behavior disgusting, shameful, and sick. My mother raised me to be better than this. He says, I've lost everything, my reputation, my family, my businesses. He said, I beg your honor for mercy. He apologized to his mom and to his kids. He said, I have nobody to blame but myself. So that's the dramatic highlight of the testimony. Of course, 6 of his kids tearfully testified. They played an 11-minute video about his life to show the whole man. But the judge has been a little bit stern in his comments. He's raised questions as to whether the remorse is sincere. And we're looking at basically 5 to 7 years as the probation department's recommendation. The judge could go up or down based on what happens today.
I guess the overall feeling while in the courtroom, can you kind of give us a glimpse of that? I mean, we're, obviously from the outside and following it on social media, but it's different being there.
Yeah, personally, I haven't been in the courtroom today, but based on what we're hearing about the testimony, it has to be riveting. Because remember, he didn't testify in the trial. He did what a lot of high-profile criminal defendants and non-high-profile criminal defendants do. They don't want to roll the dice. They could have a terrible day on the stand. And so, in fact, it probably worked out okay for him because you'll recall he was found not guilty of the counts sex trafficking and racketeering that could have landed him in prison for life. Instead, what he's looking at here is probably in the range of 5 to 6 years. If the judge is kind of leaning toward his side, it could be lower, 2, 3, 4 years, or he could go higher.
Yeah, a lot of people were wondering, why is it just only, the prosecutors are only suggesting a short amount of time. We thought he was going to be behind bars for decades. So that really clears it up, Royal. The sketches of him are so savage. Usually we would see him, like the video that his defense attorneys had was, him looking so great. And now he has a white beard, white hair. He's going to be speaking. Do you think that him saying that to the court, to the judge, and apologizing will be in his favor with sentencing?
Oh, absolutely. It has to help. Now, it may only help a little because the judge has indicated he's a little cynical about whether there's true remorse. But, man to man, when Diddy is looking the guy in the eye today in New York City court, you never know. The judge may say, I'm picking up some sincerity vibes here, but let's face it, judges are grizzled and cynical. They've seen it all thousands of times. Everybody that comes in front of them, in criminal court anyway, is doing anything they can to either stay out of prison or reduce the sentence. And so the judge is bound to be cynical, but we don't know. We'll probably know by the end of the day. It's usually 1, 2, or 3 hours for these things, but of course this is Sean Diddy Combs, so it looks like it's going to take up pretty much the whole day there in New York.
So long. Do you think that the judge will do the sentencing today? Because he did have that, imaginary, or he set the deadline for 4 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, I think we will hear a decision today because it's traditional for judges. They may take a few minutes to collect their thoughts in their chambers, but it's rare for them to say, "Oh, come back next week, I'll give you my decision." I think we're going to learn Diddy's fate within a few hours.
He is ABC News legal analyst, Royal Oaks. Royal, thank you so much.
You bet, thanks.
It is 3:21 on WTMJ. Traffic is sponsored by Sweet Talks. Self-love starts at Sweet Talks.
We've seen a significant uptick in the number of gasping customers in this 12-foot radius at Penny Mustard.
This is where we display the Joni sofa.
Now that's a gasp-worthy sofa.
You'd never know something this strong and beautiful could be so comfortable. Was that you?
Oh no, it's contagious.
Come see the Joni sofa, American-made with Fortress hardwood frame, ultra-high-density cushions, and hundreds of fabric and leather options, starting at $19.13 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Save big money on your next painting project at Menards. Revolutionize your space with Pittsburgh's Revolution Interior Paint and Primer in 1. It offers game-changing stain and scuff resistance in just 1 coat, making it perfect for any room of your home. Save big money on Revolution Interior Paint and start your painting project today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
There's a lot of noise coming out of Washington these days, but one thing retirees in Wisconsin can't afford to ignore is the new Big Beautiful Bill. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the truth. The changes buried in this bill could have a serious impact on your retirement. At Drake & Associates, we've dug into the details, and we want to make sure you know what's really at stake. The Big Beautiful Bill includes sweeping updates to tax brackets, Social Security thresholds, Medicare premiums, and retirement account rules. And for many retirees, it could mean higher taxes on your savings, more limits on deductions, and unexpected changes to your income plan. Maybe you're already retired, or maybe you're just a few years away. Either way, what you don't know could cost you thousands. That's why we're offering Wisconsin residents a free educational guide to help you understand how the new bill may impact retirees and questions to discuss with your trusted financial advisor. Just text the word tax to 414-897-9522. That's tax, T-A-X, to 414-897-9522. You'll get immediate access to expert insights from the team at Drake & Associates, retirement planners who have been serving Wisconsin for over 20 years. We focus on tax-efficient retirement planning, helping you keep more of your money, avoiding surprises, and staying ahead of the curve no matter what Congress throws your way. So before the Big Beautiful Bill takes a bite out of your hard-earned savings, let's make sure your plan is designed to help prepare for uncertainty. Text TAX to 414-897-9522. That's TAX to 414-897-9522. Drake & Associates, helping build retirement confidence right here in Wisconsin.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
3:24 on WTMJ. The tension, the excitement, the energy. It's Brewers postseason baseball, and for the fans lucky enough to attend the games, the tailgate is just as much a part of the experience as the game itself. But to ensure those memories are all good ones, safety has to be your number one priority. Here's Debbie Lazaga.
Whether you're celebrating a win or steeling yourself for the next inning, grilling is often the centerpiece of a tailgate. But in a crowded ballpark lot, an open flame presents serious hazards. Director of Public Affairs for AAA, Nick Jarmus, says it's about keeping your ballpark bash fun and safe.
You want to keep those open flames away from the vehicle as much as possible, and then also be conscious of any leaks. Monitor your surroundings, make sure you're keeping good amount of distance between the grill and your vehicle.
Also, keeping a fire extinguisher within reach is a good idea, too. Once the pregame party is over and you're headed inside the stadium, you need to safely deal with your heat source. While many modern ballparks like AmFam Field offer designated receptacles for hot coals, they are not universal. Never assume you can leave hot coals or grills unattended to cool naturally.
If you can't do that, dousing the coals, putting them out, not allowing them to just burn off on their own, and then still keeping it away from the vehicle until it is fully cooled.
It may seem like a good idea to tuck your grill out of sight beneath your vehicle to prevent it from being stolen, but Jarmus says that is a dangerous and expensive mistake.
A grill stolen is going to be a far less expensive proposition than having your vehicle damaged by that heat or even potentially causing a fire.
The last thing you want to have happen is what happened recently at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where they had a tailgating fire that destroyed 11 vehicles. This safety advice isn't just for the ballpark. It applies to home tailgating, too. If you're hosting an at-home watch party, keep your grill well away from your house, patios, wood siding, and any flammable materials. And keep that fire extinguisher easily accessible, too. And finally, the most critical piece of advice when celebrating a postseason run, driving home safely. Never get behind the wheel if you've been drinking. Sorry to sound preachy, but it's always worth a quick reminder.
The best case scenario is to just not drink if you are planning on driving and have some other alternative. But also just knowing your limits and sticking to those limits. Or just have an alternative way of getting home. Have a designated driver, plan on using ride share or public transportation if that's an option. And also making sure that you do have some non-alcoholic options for your group.
It's time to cheer on the crew, but also we want to keep things under control so everyone can have an awesome postseason. Go Brewers! Debbie Loziga, WTMJ News.
Oh, I'm so excited. Hey, coming up in about 10 minutes, we have Brewers play-by-play broadcaster Lane Grindle, who will be joining us talking about the NLDS game. Time for news about your money and your WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. It was a mixed bag. The Dow was up 238, so up about 0.5 point. S&P 500 was up 1 point. NASDAQ was down 63. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
There are over 690,000 people whose lives are touched by the Wisconsin retirement system, which covers local police, firefighters, publicly employed teachers, and UWM system employees. Join Annex Wealth Management and WTMJ's Steve Scafidi for a special webinar. Understand your WRS potential on Tuesday, October 21st at 3:30 p.m. Retirement planning can be complex. What does your most recent statement mean for your plan? How will it work with the rest of your financial portfolio? Is there anything you're missing? No matter your age or retirement status, learn more as we walk through pension scenarios and answer WRS questions. The Annex Wealth Management financial planning team is experienced when it comes to the WRS pension and assists many clients as they move to and through retirement. Understand your WRS potential is Tuesday, October 21st at 3:30 p.m. It's a complimentary webinar and is open to anyone. More information and registration at annexwealth.com/events. Annex Wealth Management is a fee-only fiduciary specializing in investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. Know the difference. It starts at annexwealth.com.
It's Gina Della. You've heard me define what makes Pella Windows and Doors different. Let me introduce you to the woman behind the billboards, commercials, and share my extraordinary journey of resilience, reinvention, and shattering glass ceilings every Saturday morning at 6:30 on 620 WTMJ and anywhere you stream podcasts for What's the Difference with Gina Della to discuss business coaching across all industries, featuring successful executives, entrepreneurs, and mentors along the way. This is a story you won't want to miss.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
We're doubling down on our downtown presence. I'm Grady Crosby, Chief Sustainability and Impact Officer at Northwestern Mutual. Our modernized North Building and campus upgrades are a testament to our continued commitment to helping our city flourish as a great destination to live, work, and play.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 3:30. I'm Julia Fello. Your top story, a tragic train accident in the village of Mukwonago.
And I'm Toya Washington in for John McCure. Could ICE be coming to Milwaukee?
Southbound on 41, backing up right now from before the county line all the way to Good Hope Road. Then back on the break south of Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol. Northbound, you're seeing delays from Mayfair Road all the way up to Hampton. Eastbound 94, that's backing up a bit from before 84th Street all the way to 35th. The westbound side slowing down from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And then we've got some delays along southbound 4394 from the Marquette all the way down towards the KK River crossing. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Clear tonight, a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 88. Right now in Milwaukee, it's sunny and 79 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a man was killed after his car was struck by a train in the village of Mukwonago. Police responded about 9:25 this morning to a railroad crossing at Bayview Road. A southbound Canadian National Railroad train hit the car. No damage to the crossing gate. An 82-year-old man from Waukesha was killed. Police say the cause of the crash is still unknown.
7 people detained during an ICE operation in Madison. Madison police tell our news partners at WIC-TV the department was made aware of the arrest after ICE had already left the community yesterday. The nonprofit Centro Hispano of Dane County posted on Facebook that the targeted enforcement operation happened on the city's northeast side. Now, despite ongoing rumors of ICE activity in Madison, this incident was the first confirmed presence of ICE in Wisconsin's capital.
Closer to home, ICE employees will be coming to Milwaukee's northwest side. Our partners at Milwaukee Business Journal report that ICE filed for an occupancy permit yesterday for a location on Lake Park Drive. The building would house attorneys that work in some capacity with ICE, not detainees. The move comes as ICE also is looking for a location in downtown Milwaukee to use as an office.
Apple has removed an app that uses crowdsourcing to flag sightings of U.S. immigration agents.
Apple's move comes after pressure from the Trump administration to remove the app called ICE Block, a free iPhone app that lets users report and monitor ICE activity. The app is no longer available for download. Before it was taken down, its developers said it had over 1 million users. In September, officials said a gunman who opened fire on an ICE building in Dallas had used apps that tracked the presence of ICE agents. Alex Stone, EBC News.
Hamas says they've accepted a ceasefire deal proposed by President Donald Trump in principle, but they want to make changes. BBC News' John Simpson.
They're trying to get some of the detail changed because, after all, what the agreement means is the effective end of Hamas as a power in Gaza in future. So it's trying to, dig its heels in on some of these things while, I assume, not wanting an all-out attack from Israel and with American backing.
The president gave Hamas until Sunday to agree to a deal or face a greater military onslaught from the U.S. and their allies.
A trial date is now set for the teenager accused of killing his parents in their Waukesha home.
17-year-old Nikita Kasap will stand trial on March 2nd. Court records show the trial is expected to last about 10 days. Kasap faces 10 felony charges, including 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide for the deaths of his mother and stepfather. He was arrested in Kansas back in February when authorities discovered their decomposing bodies in the village of Waukesha. Kasap could face life in prison if convicted on the homicide charges. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
We have a big closure this weekend that may throw a wrench into your weekend travel plans. WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga.
Here we go again, only this time it's the other direction. The southbound bypass is going to be closing down for another 54-hour closure through the Hale Interchange. Starting tonight at 11, 894 southbound will be closing between Greenfield Avenue and the Hale Interchange until Monday the 6th at 5:30 a.m. Along with this, they'll be closing the ramps from 94 eastbound to southbound and westbound to southbound in the zoo. A left lane closure will stay in place from Lincoln to the Hale Interchange until Monday the 13th. This is week 1 of 2 for this closure and, as always, is weather dependent.
You can see maps and updates on our website, WTMJ.com.
A fire closes a popular East Side deli in Milwaukee. Crews responded to Glorioso's Italian Market on Brady Street at around 3:30 a.m. this morning. No one, we're told, was injured, but the store will be closed indefinitely. Former owner Michael Glorioso told WTMJ he has never experienced something this bad.
This is really the first in 80 years, and so in many ways I feel very blessed because, that's a long time to go without any real major problems. We'll support one another, and we certainly have the support of the community. People have been coming here this morning not to shop, but they heard about it and want to see if there's anything they can do or express their condolences. So we'll get it fixed, and it'll be better.
The current owners believe the fire started in the upstairs server room.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all sports desk. For the first time in the postseason, the Brewers will face their NL Central rivals, the Cubs, in the NLDS. First pitch for Game 1 is set for 1:08 tomorrow at American Family Field. And in the American League, the Tigers and Yankees both moved to the ALCS. 7th-ranked Wisconsin basketball and volleyball remain undefeated, beating Illinois in straight sets in Madison. They're hoping to keep the streak alive on Sunday when they face Michigan at the UW Fieldhouse. Badger Sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, siding and a whole lot more.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ. I'll get it. WTMJ News Time is 3:35.
So it's time you bought some new end tables, or maybe a new coffee table. There's nothing like having beautiful new wood furniture in your home. But as a mom, I know wood furniture tends to attract little boys and girls like a magnet. And soon your new end table ends up being a Hot Wheels racetrack. And before you know it, that new wood is going to start to take a beating. Well, let me tell you what I've found to be an inexpensive solution to keeping wood furniture tops intact. And it's simple. Custom cut glass tabletops. They do a great job protecting the wood, and I happen to believe that they make wood furniture look even classier. So give me a call. I'll help you protect that wood and make it look even nicer with a custom cut glass tabletop. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ. Now batting for the Brewers Radio Network, play-by-play announcer Lane Grindle.
First pitch, breaking ball, hit high, hit deep, left center, bye-bye baseball! The legend of Andrew Vaughn keeps growing, a grand slam! You have got to be kidding me!
Lane Grindle on Wisconsin's Afternoon News is presented by Neurospine Center of Wisconsin.
Nothing is better than October baseball.
And when it's this warm, this is fantastic.
Lane, how nice is it for those who work so hard behind the scenes to have 5 days in between the last game and the start of the NLDS, and for the first 2 games to be played at home?
You know what? It's it's heavenly. It really is. I mean, you go through 162 games. It is a lot, and you don't have a ton of time sometimes through that stretch to get some of the things done around the house, and just, being a dad sometimes has to be on the back burner, and nobody loves that. So you get a chance to kind of dive back into that part of your world for a little bit, and you come out of it really refreshed. I can't wait to jump back in tomorrow and call postseason baseball, because there is nothing like it. But I've been appreciative of these last 5 days. It's been wonderful.
All right, yesterday we talked a lot about what the roster would look like going into tomorrow's game. Do you have a sense of that? Like, who's going to be on the mound? Anything that you can give us?
Yeah, I mean, we know Freddie's going to get the ball to start the game, and how the roster looks from there, I think, is still anybody's guess. I mean, I don't know that there's a ton of debate on what it'll look like. I think it'll look very similar to what the ending roster was at the end of the regular season. But, the question is, like, does a Brandon Lockridge make the postseason roster because of his ability to be a pinch runner late and a great defensive replacement? I think that's a possibility for sure. From a pitching standpoint, we know Brandon Woodruff's not available this round. There's maybe an outside chance he could be available in a championship series format, and certainly it sounds like there's definitely a possibility that if things would trend well, he could be an outside candidate to be on a World Series roster. But you got to get to that point first. We know he's not going to be on the NLDS roster. So, how some of these guys fit in different roles is yet to be defined. I always seem to be surprised by something with the postseason roster every year. The minute I think I have it figured out, somebody throws me a curveball, and I'm like, oh, I didn't see that one coming. So
no pun
we'll
intended.
Wait and see the roster when it gets – yeah, exactly. We'll wait and see what the roster is when it comes out tomorrow.
We have Brewers play-by-play broadcaster Lane Grindle with us. Lane, I was thinking how annoying it is that we're playing the Cubs and that they're going to be coming up. But here's the silver lining, Lane. So every time we have a Brewers game, the economic impact, according to the Milwaukee Business Journal, is $3 million.
Oof.
And now that we're
cake.
in the playoffs, I know. We have two. We have at least two.
Yeah.
So how nice is it that, Milwaukee is benefiting from this? Not just, if you're a fan or not, how can you not be a Brewers fan right now?
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, I think that I think most people understand what the Brewers do for the community, not just in the sense of community, but what it actually does in terms of numbers and economically, how it impacts all the other businesses around and everything that comes with it. So the longer the Brewers are in the postseason, the better. We're hoping it's all the way through November, and we get a month to remember here in the month of October. And I think this team is primed to make a nice run. I really do. I think they have the right mindset. I think they have the right pieces. But it's baseball. I mean, it's, as William Contreras said in his article that he wrote for the Players Tribune this week, it's a round ball. And so you just never know how it's going to bounce. And a lot of things happen that are out of your control. But I think this team's in a great position to really make a run here and hopefully make a run all the way through it.
Yes, and what a storyline with Craig Counsell. Okay, so I want to ask you this, because once we get into the playoffs, we have new food. So tell me which one you'd have. So it's a battle box of 2-foot nachos. So one side is for our opponent and the other side is us. And our side is a bed of tortilla chips split in half, Milwaukee style, and then opponent style. Or would you have Murph's Pocket Pancakes? That's going to be available at the first and third base ward chicken stands. Would you have that?
I'm going to answer first. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in. I'm going pancakes all day, every day, and here's why. Don't get me wrong, nachos, delicious.
I know.
I just struggle with any cheese that comes out of a pump, and especially in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we are a state that we need to level up the nacho game and not be pumping cheese out of a machine.
Okay, Lane, what are you going to have?
Well, I'm going with my man Murph all day long. I mean, so... it could have been, chocolate-covered Beatles, and I was going to pick it if it was Murph's. So
what else is going to come out of his pocket?
I don't even chocolate-covered Beatles or pancakes.
Hey, listen, whatever gets us to the playoffs, he can eat whatever the heck he wants. He is Brewers play-by-play broadcaster Lane Grindle. Lane, have a great night off, and then go Brewers. Have a really great call.
Hey, looking forward to it. What a fun time to be a Brewers fan.
Yes. It's 3:42 on WTMJ.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
You know when that big online store has special days with ridiculously low prices?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Hasselus Mattress do that?
We do.
You do? When?
Every day.
Okay, good one. But really, when are the big discounts?
Like I said, every day. You know our showrooms are employee-free.
So I can give your mattresses a try.
With no pushy sales guy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that allows us to sell Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, and more for way less.
Give me numbers.
Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next-day delivery, too.
And you do this every day?
Yeah. Plus, through Monday, get a free box spring with every Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, and more, or take an equal amount off an adjustable base.
Wow.
So I guess you could say now is a prime time to buy.
I see what you did there.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasselus.com.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Patrick and Monica initially chose a bank to get pre-approved and provide financing for the purchase of their first home. But
But they were getting a bad feeling when a week after their offer was accepted, the bank still hadn't locked in their rate, nor had the appraisal been ordered. Monica shared her concerns with a friend who happened to be a multi-time Accunet client. That led to Monica connecting with one of our senior loan consultants the same day, and after gathering some information and reviewing options, we locked in their rate right then and there with loan costs $3,600 lower than what the bank had quoted. The appraisal was ordered right away too, and the loan closed on time just 3 weeks later. We also noticed an oversight in the contract that led to a $3,000 credit from the seller. You can get a generic pre-approval and average or worse service from a bank, or you can get the kind of fast service, advice, attention to detail, and savings that made Monica and Patrick Accunet's latest raving fans. All you got to do to get started is click on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
What a fantastic time of year in our state. Join me on Experience Wisconsin. We're going to spin you around the state and take you to some really cool places that you could plan your fall trip to. Whether it's a romantic getaway or a family trip, we have got you covered. On this week's Experience Wisconsin, oh man, this is going to be fun. Carissa Check in Stevens Point, Stephanie Collette in Lake Geneva. Stevens Point, Lake Geneva, Experience Wisconsin. You hear it right here on 620 WTMJ. Every single Saturday, it's Experience Wisconsin.
Every family adventure begins with a vehicle you can trust. At Boucher Automotive Group, we're more than just a dealership, we're part of your journey.
For over 40 years, Boucher has helped Wisconsin families find the right vehicle with service you can count on.
Community is what fuels us too. That's why you'll see us supporting local schools, Little League teams, golf outings, and other causes throughout the year.
From the first time you get behind the wheel to every service visit after, Boucher is there for all the miles and the memories that matter.
The Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
This report is sponsored by the Pfister Hotel. Make your reservations today. Visit thepfisterhotel.com.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Traffic and then weather, Debbie Lazaga.
43 backing up from just before Hampton all the way down past the Marquette interchange down towards the KK River. So that whole area is going to be slow. We do have a crash on the northbound side right on the ramp from Kilbourne, so watch out for that. It is off on the right shoulder. Delays coming in from the base of the high-rise bridge all the way up to Fond du Lac Avenue and actually beyond. It goes all the way up towards Burleigh. Eastbound 94, we got your backups from just before 84th Street all the way to 35th, westbound from 27th to Mitchell Boulevard, and again back on the brakes west of the zoo into Waukesha County. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Mostly clear tonight, a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 88. Sunday, some clouds, humid, a high of 85. Monday and Tuesday, rain early, and rain is likely, a high of 70 degrees. Right now, Milwaukee, it's sunny and 80 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, want to let you know, we just had ABC News Royal Oaks talking about Sean Diddy Combs and his sentencing. Well, it just happened in federal court in Manhattan. He has been sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in prison. This has been an ongoing story for a long time. He faces a sordid criminal case that could have had him behind bars for decades, but the jury acquitted him of more serious racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges. And he's now sentenced over the Ban Act, which makes it illegal to transport someone across state lines for the purpose of prostitution or other illegal acts. Sean Diddy Combs, famous rap mogul, sentenced to 4 years, 2 months behind bars. 3:48 on WTMJ.
All right, we're going to go ahead and switch gears, and if you've got any inclination there, it is about money this afternoon. Landmark Credit Union announcing today that Tim McKay has been named President and Chief Executive Officer. This follows the retirement of Jay Mikulski McKay, who will assume this role in about 10 days. October 13th brings 3 decades of experience in financial services and will lead efforts to expand member services and community impact. And so we're going to welcome Tim joins us on the phone today. Hi, Tim.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity to introduce myself to your listeners. And thank you for mentioning Jay. I did just want to make sure that, he has provided incredible leadership over the past decade, and it's such an honor to follow in his footsteps.
Well, congratulations. We're talking to the new president and CEO of Landmark Credit Union. Tim, what's your connection to Wisconsin?
Well, Wisconsin's going to be a little bit new to me. I do have a nephew that has lived there. I've got several friends, so I've visited often over the years, and just what an incredible place to move and to live, and to really acclimate to the community. I'm excited about it.
Oh, so we're house hunting.
We are house hunting. Yes, I am.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so
If you know of
which
anyone with a
county?
house, let me know.
Which county are you going to move into or hoping to move into?
We are looking, we're open. So certainly with Landmark's credit unions in Brookfield, I'd like to be within a 20 to 30 minute max commute. So we're going to look at the entire area. The downtown has appeal, and certainly out in the suburbs as well. And some of the, the community, the lake communities are exciting as well. So we'll see.
I'm a North Shore girl, but aren't you in Waukesha?
I'm west. I'm a Waukesha County person, so live in the Pewaukee area, and of course I'd sell that too if you needed it. Well, tell us a little bit about your career and what you will bring that will perhaps be new and different and exciting to your new role.
Absolutely. Well, I've been in banking for some time, and looking forward to joining Landmark Credit Union after a 30-plus year career. I'm not saying I'm old; just have a lot of experience.
Seasoned. We say seasoned or marinated. You're good. You're good.
Seasoned or marinated. Yes, we can go with either one. And but I think the background that I bring, and along with sort of the member-focused environment that we have, I think just as over the years being focused on community is something that I'm so passionate about, and that's what Landmark does so very well, people helping people. And I think it's just a match that is perfect, and I'm excited to join the associates here soon, and to meet our members, and certainly to be involved in the community.
Oh, that's so much fun. We're talking to the new CEO and president of Landmark Credit Union, Tim McKay. So, Tim, there's a lot of people who would love to have a 7-figure role. Less than 0.5% of all people in the U.S. will ever get there. So I read through your leadership style, and one of them is to demonstrate humility and accountability. I love that. Can you explain?
Thank you very much. Well, I think certainly it's important to have confidence in what we do, but it's so important to bring a sense of humility. None of us is perfect. None of us has all of the answers, and so it's so important, I think, that we keep that humility. It allows us to connect with individuals and our members in a way that I think just humanizes the impact. And by taking sort of a listening first approach, I want to make sure that I hear and understand how our members, how our community is being impacted, both in incredible, great ways, but also in some challenging ways. And so it's important that we provide that financial guidance to help everybody prosper and succeed as they go forward in their financial journey and in their life.
And while we're talking about financial journey, I guess I could look back, being a college student, I was with the credit union back then, and then switched to a, what were we going to call it? Traditional legacy bank. And right now there has been a lot of talk as of late about switching to a credit union. I guess explain what the advantages are for someone who isn't fiscally responsible or fiscally, educated, that someone that just goes for it and doesn't do much digging. Explain to me why I should switch.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think, first of all, many banks are publicly traded. They're shareholder driven. And so many of the decisions that they make are certainly focused on the next 90 days and to really appease shareholders who may or may not actually have their accounts with the bank. And in the credit union model, the member-driven model, I think that's where we really focus on sort of that community impact and being focused on the community, long-term strategic initiatives that, again, bring impact to our communities, bring impact to our members and our associates. And that's, I think, where the difference comes into play, that we can think from a long-term perspective, and we can think at a grassroots perspective and not be worrying about appeasing someone who doesn't really necessarily have a relationship with us.
I love that. I think you're going to really love the employees and the Wisconsin spirit, all the customers. They love, another thing that he has 5 different principles. Listen first, clarity matters, empower and invest in people,
Important.
results with purpose, and demonstrate humility and accountability. No one wants a braggadocio.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking about the Cubs fans coming up here and they take over AmFam. Oh. Okay.
So
Anyways.
now you're getting the dirt on Wisconsin. All from 2 people.
Exactly. So, Tim, what are you looking forward to the most, or what do you like to do besides baking?
Well, I absolutely love the outdoors, and so I love to hike, I love to fish, I love to golf, and all of those things are certainly present in Wisconsin, and they're wonderful things to get out and involve myself with the community. But I'm very passionate, certainly, about dedicating my time and energy with community organizations. I've had the opportunity to work for several nonprofit organizations over the years, 9 or 10 here over the last 15 to 20 years, and giving back to the community is important. And so when I join Landmark, I want to make sure that I find those organizations that really are making an impact in our communities, and I want to use my time, talent, and treasure to help enforce that as well.
Fantastic.
Right, Pacers or Bucks? I know it's early.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with Bucks, of course.
Oh,
good.
See, smart man.
You'll love Giannis.
That's
Just
right.
Wait. How long was your interview process? Just out of curiosity.
My first initial contact was back in late February, so it was a good 6-month process, and a good opportunity for Landmark to get to know me. And I think with a 90-plus year history, it's important for Landmark to get the right leader in place. And it's important for me not just to join any organization. I'm not seeking a CEO role just for the sake of the title. I really am passionate about making a difference. And so people helping people, our mission at Landmark, it just aligns perfectly with what my values are. And so it just felt like a perfect match. So a long courtship, but one that I think is a win-win for both of us.
I had that too to get to WTMJ, and the highs and the lows. I can feel your heart with everything. So 10 days from now, you'll have your new office, and you know how to get a loan for sure with a new house near Brookfield. He is
right.
Tim McKay. He's the new CEO and president of Landmark Credit Union. Congratulations. Nice to meet you. Come back soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And come see me here in the next 10 days at Landmark. I'd love to meet again our community members, certainly our members, and I look forward to meeting our associates as well.
Awesome. Here's your business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Landmark Credit Union appoints Midwest Banking veteran Timothy McKay president and CEO effective October 13th. McKay succeeds Jay Migulski, who announced his plans to retire from Landmark earlier this year. The city of South Milwaukee has seen multiple grocers express interest in a vacant pick and save site. There has been interest in potential other uses, but the city has been focusing on replacing pick and save with a similar business. The proposal to widen I-94 in western Waukesha County to 3 lanes in each direction ranked as the highest of 9 projects the Department of Transportation reviewed for further study. The Transportation Projects Commission will convene later this year to analyze and discuss WISDOT's recommendation. I'm Logan Hansen from MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
For over 130 years, the Pfister Hotel in downtown Milwaukee has been delighting guests with impeccable service and luxurious accommodations. Celebrate your next special occasion with a stay at this newly renovated Milwaukee icon. Enjoy fine dining at acclaimed restaurants and pamper yourself with a service from the Wells Spa and Salon. Experience the hotel's afternoon tea program or take in live music with the best views of the city from Blue, the 23rd floor cocktail lounge. There's always a reason to celebrate with the Pfister Hotel. Make your reservations today at thepfisterhotel.com.
Time to get your furnace ready to work this winter. Vince Vitrano here with my HVAC guy, Ryan Sopa at Urban Heating and Cooling. Ryan, you're doing furnace tune-ups now.
Correct. We're starting to do furnace maintenance, making sure your furnace is ready for the upcoming cold weather.
You do all that for less than $100. You can save big, though, if you spend that money up front, right? Make sure this thing is good.
Correct. I mean, if we come in there and do a maintenance on your furnace, so it can help prevent major breakdowns for the next season.
Thanks, Ryan. Contact them now at urbanheatingandcooling.com. urbanheatingandcooling.com.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but despite what a certain national online company tells you, a car is not one of them.
Let's see. Cheese Doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. Green 4-door hatchback. We're gonna need some more quarters.
Sure, they make it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, and unlike those national companies, you get to see the vehicle in person and test drive it before you buy it. You also have the assurance that the vehicle's been thoroughly tested. And if any issue does come up, your local Adam member dealer is right here to service it and can also provide low financing and top dollar for your trade. Think about that before you take the chance with their so-called vending machine.
What? It's stuck. No! Oh, rats.
Start your search at adamm.com.
The Wisconsin retirement system impacts over 690,000 people, including police, firefighters, teachers, and UW employees. Join Annex Wealth Management and WTMJ's Steve Scafidi for a free webinar. Understand your WRS potential on Tuesday, October 21st at 3:30 p.m. Learn how your WRS pension fits into your financial portfolio and planning. The Annex Financial Planning team is experienced with WRS pensions and holistic financial planning. Register at annexwealth.com/events. Know the difference with a fee-only fiduciary. That's Annex Wealth Management.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Tyson's Home Farm Auto is opening a brand new store in Ripon this fall. Tyson's is your go-to store for all things farm and home. Check us out at Tysons.com. That's THEISENS.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Richlands Tire and Service Center.
Richlands Tire and Service Centers. 5 locations and all easy to find. Visit richlands.com when you're due for service.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
It's 4 o'clock. I'm Julia Fello. This is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Friday, October 3rd. Your top story, prison time for a rap mogul.
And I'm Toya Washington in for John McCure, agreeing to parts of a peace deal.
I'm Debbie Lazago. Westbound 894, right about at Loomis, we've got a crash that's blocking the 2 right lanes. That's making for a nasty ride coming out of the Mitchell interchange, so give yourself some extra time there. Now, along with that, we've got an accident on 43 northbound at the ramp from Kilbourne off on the right shoulder. We do have delays coming out of the Marquette. Take that back actually from about Beecher Street all the way up to Fond du Lac Avenue. And then delays on the southbound side, backing up from Silver Spring all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Clear tonight, a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 88 degrees. Right now, Milwaukee, it's sunny and 82 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, this just in. Within the past few minutes, rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs will spend more than 4 years in prison in a case involving sex workers, violence, and so-called freak-offs that were filmed. The judge said a lengthy sentence was necessary for deterrence, citing Combs' history of abusing women, though the prosecution did suggest 11 years behind bars. He was convicted in July of flying people across state lines for drug-fueled marathon sexual encounters. Jurors acquitted him of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges that could have carried a life sentence. He gets credit for time served since his arrest. Combs has already spent a year at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York.
A response from Hamas to President Trump's 20-point peace plan.
It would release all remaining hostages if Israel withdraws from Gaza and, quote, proper field conditions are met. The statement says Hamas is ready to negotiate through mediators to talk details. President Trump said Monday he would give Israel his, quote, full backing to finish the job of destroying the threat of Hamas if the group did not accept his plan to end the war in Gaza. President Trump this morning in a social media post gave Hamas until 6 p.m. Sunday to sign on to his plan, or else, he wrote, quote, all hell like no one has ever seen before will break out against Hamas. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Finger pointing from the White House continues as the government shutdown stretches into the weekend.
Senate Democrats have been citing pending cuts to health care subsidies under the Affordable Care Act for their refusal to end the government shutdown. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt insists the Democrats really want something else.
It is an undisputed fact that Democrats want to give taxpayer-funded health care benefits to illegal immigrants.
A 1996 law already prohibits unauthorized immigrants from gaining any federally subsidized health care coverage. Secretary Leavitt says those immigrants are clogging emergency rooms ahead of American citizens. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Closer to home, tense moments at City Hall after a heated exchange over Milwaukee's police chase policy.
Police Chief of Staff Heather Huff walked out of a Public Safety and Health Committee meeting after questioning from Alderman Scott Spiker.
I'm sorry. I just feel like Alderman Spiker here really rude sometimes, and it just I have to take a break.
Alderman Spiker later softened his tone, saying he respects her but has a responsibility.
Heather Huff is a good friend of mine. She is the best chief of staff I've ever worked with. My job that 40,000 people in my district put me here to do was to exercise oversight. I cannot do that unless I have a skeptical eye.
Milwaukee police have reported more than 770 high-speed pursuits this year with 9 killed. Niger Spencer, WTMJ News.
A man is recovering, a farmer, after being rescued from a soybean silo. This happened in Kenosha County. The sheriff's office responded about 7:45 this morning. Apparently, the man, he fell into the soybean silo that was about a third the way up full. He apparently had his phone on him, called a family member on the farm, and that family member called 911. Rescue crews constructed an emergency wall around him and then used a vacuum to get the soybeans out before hoisting him up out of the silo. The man was okay. He was rushed to the hospital and does have minor injuries.
You won't need pennies anymore when paying at Quick Trip. The company is phasing out using pennies for cash transactions. So as stores run out of pennies, all cash purchases at Quick Trip and Quick Star locations will be rounded down to the nearest 5 cents. The cash registers will automatically apply the rounding rules. The costs and transactions, that is, won't change if you're using credit cards or digital forms of payment.
Coming up, which city along I-94 will come out on top? Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 4:06.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Don't imagine there's nothing to do. There's a place and a purpose for you. Every age has a stage. It's not just a stage of life, but every age has a stage on which to perform and to serve. We're discovering the stage God has prepared for us on which to serve and to bring all the talents and gifts God has given us.
Guest speaker Dr. Dan Pavla, this week on the Lutheran Hour.
Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a beautiful deck, beautiful outdoor space, and Yardbird is helping me reimagine what outdoor furniture could look like at our place. High-quality furniture at incredible prices this weekend only in Wauwatosa. Save up to 80% at Yardbird's Wauwatosa outlet sale on Mayfair Road. They've got a beautiful store. They've got incredible furniture, and now's the value you have been looking for. Saturday, Sunday, October 4th and 5th, dining sets, sofas, love seats, and more. It is Yardbird in Wauwatosa.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. For the first time ever in Major League history, the Brewers playing their Northside rivals in the postseason.
Makes the catch! The Chicago Cubs are going to head up 94. They move on to Milwaukee.
ESPN there on the call with a final out as the Cubs beat the Padres 3-1 yesterday to advance to the playoffs. So game 1 for the Brewers and Cubs starts with a 1:08 first pitch tomorrow afternoon from American Family Field. Now game 2 already set. That's Monday night, a late one at 8:08 p.m. And the Badgers are looking for a win tomorrow as they face 20th ranked Michigan. That's an 11 a.m. kickoff from Ann Arbor. Badger Sports Unlimited. Badger Sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, siding, and a whole lot more.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time 409. I got
This report is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more. Visit sidingunlimited.com.
Siding Unlimited installs Fello windows and doors. This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and let me say that again. Siding Unlimited installs Fello windows and doors, and we install windows and doors really well. Our team of fine craftsmen show up, lay down drop cloths, remove the old, and install your new beautiful windows, and then clean up behind ourselves so you're left with brand new Fello replacement windows installed by Siding Unlimited and a great experience. Our team from sales to office to install will take you through the process the right way, the Siding Unlimited way, that has earned us the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. If you're getting estimates for windows and doors this fall, be sure to call Siding Unlimited because you can only get Siding Unlimited's professional craftsmen for Pella windows and doors by calling Siding Unlimited. For siding, roofing, windows, and doors, let Milwaukee's National Contractor of the Year, Siding Unlimited, give you a free estimate and start the process. Go to sidingunlimited.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, Julia Fello, and in for John McCure, it's Toya Washington.
Toya, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad to be here. And on a Friday, normally I'd be like, no, I'm not feeling it on a Friday. And I heard it was you, and I was like, I'll be there. I'll be there.
That's
I'd be there for John,
fantastic.
too, let's be honest. But
he's wonderful.
he is.
John has flown the coop. He is in Asia.
Wow.
For 3 weeks. So jealous. Hey, I want to talk about something closer to home here. A lawyer with the U.S. Hemp Roundtable is sounding an alarm. He's lobbying Congress right now, wants to let us know, to vote against a bill that would halt the sale of hemp across our country. The warning is over. Language in a House version of an agriculture appropriations bill, it would recriminalize hemp products. It would wipe out, he says, about 95% of the industry. So hemp grown in Wisconsin, for example, is sold in different markets like grain, fiber, retail. He's lawyer Jonathan Miller, warning that if hemp farmers in Wisconsin went out of business, our state alone could lose about $18.9 million a year in tax revenue.
That's a lot of money.
That's the money from 2023 numbers. And an impact, more than 4,300 workers in Wisconsin, he says. It helps so many Wisconsin farmers earn a living and makes ends meet.
It would put the hemp extract industry in Wisconsin out of business because this is not just Delta 8 or Delta 9, it's also hemp-derived CBD. All of these products have a little bit of THC in them, and it would federally criminalize those products. So it would have a dramatic impact on Wisconsin farmers and Wisconsin consumers.
This proposal passed through a House committee. A Health Senate Conference committee is trying to figure out whether to get rid of the hemp provision or if it should stay in the package. Here he explains more.
The House of Representatives has passed legislation that a spending bill that includes the ban language. The Senate has not. And so the House and Senate are now meeting in a conference committee to determine whether it's going to stay or not. And we are asking members of Congress to let their leadership know that they are opposed to a ban. There was a letter sent by 27 congressmen to the Speaker of the House asking him to oppose a ban. Derek Van Orden was on that letter from Wisconsin. But we are trying to get the entire Wisconsin delegation to take notice and to let their members of leadership know that a hemp ban would be bad for Wisconsin.
He warns that the proposal might go through without anyone knowing, so his office is working to convince Congress not to do this. I asked him what he says to people who oppose hemp altogether. They say that it could lead to legalizing marijuana. I asked him, recreationally or medicinally in our state. What does he have to say about that?
Yeah, no, there are certainly problems. And what we argue is that prohibition never worked. It didn't work for alcohol. It won't work for hemp. Instead, what we need is regulation. And we support strong regulation that keeps these products out of the hands of minors, that enforces good manufacturing practices. We want to make sure that every product that's sold in Wisconsin meets those standards.
Now, this bill's being delayed because of the shutdown, so we don't know what's next. It could be really quick when everything comes back online. The U.S. Hemp Roundtable is advocating for responsible regulation, they say, including age limits, lab testing to protect consumers, support the industry's growth, which is nationwide a $28.4 billion industry. It's 4:14 on WTMJ.
Staying active, essential for overall health. Proper medical support, essential for staying active. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Whether it's keeping a weekend warrior like me on the tennis court or keeping young athletes in the game, you want the best in sports medicine, that's OAW. Surgeons, nurses, and physical therapists help you recover from injury, avoid injury in the future, and enhance performance. Get care 7 days a week. Walk right in at an Ortho ASAP clinic or book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Matt LePay for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress destination for quality, selection, and service. For over 90 years, Steinhoffels has helped Wisconsinites create the homes of their dreams and is 100% employee-owned. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of all the latest styles and all the best mattress brands. You'll find something for every style and every budget. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
There's no better place to catch the natural wonders of fall than Lake Geneva. Stroll a lakeshore path in a kaleidoscope of color. Explore winding rustic roads. Take a scenic boat tour or glide through a forest on a zip line. At night, stargaze from a historic observatory, cozy up to a campfire, or have a cocktail on the patio. Enjoy the seasonal bounty at orchards, wineries, and farms with flavors to savor. Plan your fall getaway now at visitlakegeneva.com. Lake Geneva. It's always been the place for fall fun.
Homer for Window Nation. It's October, and if you've got old windows, that means you're back to dealing with chilly air seeping into your home. Eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with Window Nation in Milwaukee. This month, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 years. With the holidays coming up, it's a big deal, and they can do it so quickly. Don't miss out on free windows and 0 payments for 2 years with Window Nation, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Visit windownation.com before October 31st to get started.
Traffic is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Flanners.com. Just press play.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Traffic and then weather, Debbie Lazaga.
Well, 894 westbound continues with an accident at Loomis. The right lane is blocked right now, so we do have a tight squeeze heading back through the Mitchell interchange down to about Layton. We've also got a crash on 43 northbound at the ramp from Kilbourne. Just past that, it starts to slow down even more all the way up towards Burleigh. Then we've got southbound 43 backing up from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette interchange to about the KK River crossing. Eastbound 94, watch for backups now from Springdale Road through the Barker Road area, back on the brakes from 84th through the stadium. The westbound side's backed up from 35th Street to Hawley Road, and then in pockets from the county line all the way past Moreland Road. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Hello, now time for weather. Here's the WTMJ 5-day forecast. Clear tonight, low of 65, sunny, breezy tomorrow, high at 88 degrees. Humid Sunday, as I heard many times today, get out that extra hairspray. There's going to be a high of 85. Rain likely Monday and Tuesday, but the high will be 71 degrees there. Right now in Milwaukee, it is 82 degrees. Mind you, October 3rd, and we are in the 80s. How's that happen?
I love it.
From sidelines to the locker room.
This is unlike anything else that's ever happened in franchise history. Now, I know what I'm saying when I say that.
And everything in between.
How many times are you going to come to my press conference late?
We got a rule in the team meeting. You don't interrupt the meeting. Sit your butt outside.
No one covers the team like Jason Wilde.
Well, that's very kind of you to say, but I don't do enough politics.
It's time to get caught up on the green and gold on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Jason Wilde. He hosts Wilde and Tausch on ESPN Milwaukee. Listen from 9 to noon. You can also catch his incredible articles on channel3000.com.
I have that on Rapid.
Jason, how are you?
I'm great, Julia, and you know I love talking to you, and I guess John too, a couple times a week. But this, I mean, I did not know that there would be someone in John's seat today, and for it to be Toya Washington is just, I like. It's nice to get a little surprise and be really excited about something once in a while.
Yeah, and on a
Most
Friday
of my
too.
life is, yeah, but you know, we're you know, you and Brian and Paul and I, like, our lives are pretty predictable now, right? We got our kids, they got all their sports, everything we got going on. Like, I don't get surprised very often.
I know.
And this is a great surprise, so it's great to talk with you.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of forgot today is the day that you do this with Julia or with John or with the both of them. So it was a surprise for me too. So feeling is mutual.
He's doing a great job. Okay, so Jason, what did we learn this week when you were in the locker rooms, at practice? What's been going on?
Yeah, so the beauty of the bye week is I didn't have to do any of that. We had Matt LaFleur on Tuesday, and I have not been back to Lambeau Field since.
Holy smokes!
It's been super fun, and look, the players haven't been either. I was just actually doing something for Channel 3 in Madison for one of my newscast hits, and I was talking about the fact that every time I open up my social media during the bye week, I see Micah Parsons doing something fun. Earlier in the week, he was at his teammate Edgerrin Cooper's horse ranch in Texas, and they were riding horses together. And then apparently last night he went to the Texas State Fair, and he's in the Midway area doing and those games are rigged, right? So he must really be a good shooter because he was draining his shots in the Pop-A-Shot game. So he's having a great time, and I'm sure he is, like the rest of his teammates, enjoying this break. But on the flip side of it, because the bye is so early, it's the earliest bye every team can have. It's the Packers, the Falcons, the Bears, and Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers who all have this week off. And now those teams straight through 13 games in 13 weeks. And that is a pretty tough deal when you're getting to the dog days of late December, early January, trying to get ready for the playoffs, and you don't have that break in there. So it'll be interesting to see how things play out when we go back on Monday for practice.
Can it be a disadvantage or an advantage because you kind of feel rested and ready to go, but at the same time, there's a routine, obviously, that happens with players, and you know, whether it's their diet, their workout, their regimen just is interrupted. So are there concerns, or is this a needed buy?
Yeah, I think, you know, in all the time I've been covering the Packers, it seems like every year the head coach, no matter who he is, Mike McCarthy, Mike Sherman, Mike Holmgren, Ray Rhodes, Matt LaFleur, they would always say it no matter what. Oh, the bye falls at the perfect time. Matt LaFleur did not say that on Tuesday. Like, they've got a couple of guys that need to get healthy on their offensive line, but you do not want your bye this early. Now, the Packers did the flip of this a couple of years ago, where they had their bye week with 4 games left in the season instead of 4 games in the books, and that wasn't ideal either. But it at least gave them that kind of respite for the stretch run, and then they were hoping to get to the playoffs, and they lost to the Lions at home in the finale. But every team wants that week 9 or 10 bye week, so it's right in the middle. The Packers are not, you know, they've got a few guys with injuries, but it's not like they're super banged up. I think Matt LaFleur, if he was on with you guys instead of me right now, he would say that I wish the bye was later.
What's Matt LaFleur like?
Well, he and I have a great relationship. We look a lot alike. I
was going to say, like, mirror image.
I was just looking at him the other day, and he looks like he has such a nice tan, manicured eyebrows and beard.
Yeah, so this is one of the things, and this is one way that he and I are very different. But he admitted this in one of the production meetings before they had a Fox game with Tom Brady calling it. He admitted that he spends $100 a week on his image, like his haircut and his eyebrows and his beard trim and everything else. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know if I spend I know I don't spend $100 a month on that sort of thing, and maybe probably 6 months. So he is a very handsome guy. I have a great relationship with him. Like, he gives me a hard time a lot, and I try to give it back to him. But I did get that's a great question, Jason, on Tuesday.
Wow.
But it wasn't that. He was just buying time.
Well, that's smart. That's
this
sometimes
is the info I want, Jason.
$100 a week, though. I don't know that I did $100 a month when I was still on air. It's clear that I don't do it now if you look at me.
Oh, please, Toya, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
You're not only that, but you don't age while the rest of us do. Look, he gets his hair cut every week. Obviously, the eyebrows. I'm not here to speak on whether he gets a spray tan or not, but I think your observation is an accurate one. Look, he's a good-looking fella, and I always wonder if for like guy Packers fans, if they're harsher on him because he doesn't look like us, like Mike McCarthy looks like one of us, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know if his handsomeness annoys some Packers fans or not. I know I certainly have enough female Packers fan friends.
Look,
who are not annoyed in the least.
They say women are jealous as all get out, but I think men are far more jealous when it comes to stuff like that.
Oh, that's why
LaFleur's
LaFleur's so fierce.
It is.
On the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
He is Jason Wilde. He hosts Wilde and Tausch on ESPN Milwaukee. Listen to him from 9 to noon. You can also catch his incredible articles on channel3000.com. Talk to you next week, Wilde.
All right, ladies. Thanks so much. Take care. Be good.
Thank you.
You as well.
Green
Bye.
and Gold Insiders is sponsored by Window Nation. It's 4:25 on WTMJ. Traffic is sponsored by Sweet Talks Med Spa. Self-love starts at Sweet Talks.
How do you want your backyard to look? New deck, patio, shade area, pergola, fire pit, in-ground pool, outdoor kitchen, or all of it? Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design and build your space, and everyone will scream wow when they see your new backyard. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns, it's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You've heard about Tri-County Contracting and their worry-free roof tune-up. You've heard about their instant roof quote. But don't forget, Tri-County Contracting also handles windows. Our project at my home moving right along right now, and the process has been so easy and thorough. It's nice when you can trust the team you're working with and know that they are looking out for you. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and also windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, it's a Bucks Pod Fest with the hosts of the Eurostep podcast. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby. Because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain. And it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, Rejuvenex treatments are affordable. They're FDA approved. And in many cases, our patients pay nothing at all. Because insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pay for them. If your pain just won't go away, you should call Rejuvenex today.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Google reviews will tell you it's worth a try.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 4:30. I'm Julia Fello. Your top story closed after a fire on Milwaukee's Lower East Side.
And I'm Toya Washington in for John McCure. ICE raids come to Madison.
I'm Debbie Lazago. We're still dealing with a crash on 894 westbound at Loomis. The right lane is blocked right now because of this, so watch out for big delays coming out of the Mitchell interchange. We've also got that crash on northbound 43 at Kilbourne off on the right shoulder. Delays coming out of the Marquette interchange all the way up past that point to about Locust. Southbound's got some backups from Capitol Drive pretty much all the way down to the KK River crossing. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight, a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 88 degrees. Right now in Milwaukee, it's sunny and 79 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, it may take some time before a popular Italian deli reopens in Milwaukee.
A fire at Glorioso's Italian Market has forced the Brady Street store to close temporarily. Co-owner Carmine Presta says he's focused on repairing the damage and reopening safely, praising the support from the local community.
Glorioso's being here 79 years, and us coming into the business and working with Michael and his family, Glorioso, there's so many customers that have been here for generations, and they're nice to talk to. Everybody's very friendly. People love coming here.
Meanwhile, city officials continue to investigate the fire, and the health department will inspect the building before it can welcome shoppers again. At Glorioso's, Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
One of three family members charged in the death of a Milwaukee woman pleads guilty.
21-year-old Aaliyah Friesen was charged with aggravated battery for beating her 30-year-old sister Ashley Hudson with a bat in an argument over a social media post in June. Their 15-year-old brother Haziel Friesen then allegedly shot and killed Hudson, leaving her to die on the sidewalk near MLK in Vliet. The brother is headed to trial for a first-degree intentional homicide charge. Hudson's mother, 48-year-old Tara Hudson, faces one charge for obstructing an officer. Friesen faces up to 11 years in prison. She'll be sentenced in January. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
7 people detained during an ICE operation in Madison. Madison police tell our news partners at WISC-TV the department was made aware of the threats and arrests after ICE had already left the community yesterday. The nonprofit Centro Hispano of Dane County posted on Facebook that the targeted enforcement operation happened on the northeast side. Despite ongoing rumors of ICE activity in Madison, this incident is the first confirmed presence of ICE at Wisconsin's capital.
The government shutdown will stretch into the weekend, adding more challenges for federal employees.
The Trump administration's threatening mass firings if the shutdown continues. But House Speaker Mike Johnson says even if the president seems to be poking fun at it on social media, these are tough decisions.
Are they taking great pleasure in that? No. Is he trolling the Democrats? Yes. Yes, because that's what President Trump does, and people are having fun with this.
The people who aren't having fun with this? The hundreds of thousands of federal employees who have been furloughed and those who depend on government programs which have been cut. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
Plans are moving forward to create Milwaukee's first innovation district.
A resolution sponsored by Common Council President Jose Perez would create an innovation district in Walker's Point. The goal of the district is to boost economic growth and spur collaboration across multiple sectors. Steve Glenn from Experience Milwaukee is helping launch the effort.
We can look to the south, to Kenosha and their innovation neighborhood. What they're doing down there is defining and delivering a regional destination around innovation and technology and talent development.
The resolution was passed by a committee and now heads to the Common Council for approval. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
For the first time in its 500-year history, the Church of England has chosen a woman Archbishop of Canterbury to lead the world's 85 million Anglicans, a potentially divisive decision.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. The appointment of Sarah Mullally as the Church of England's first ever female Archbishop of Canterbury will just deepen divisions between liberals and conservatives within the worldwide Anglican communion, says conservative campaigner Susan Lee.
And our relationships with the Roman Catholic Church, the Orthodox Church, will all be changed dramatically by this appointment, and not for the better.
But King Charles, technically head of the Anglican Church, has welcomed Mullally's appointment. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all sports desk. You might still be able to get tickets to Game 1 of the NLDS. Brewers President of Business Operations, Rick Schlesinger, tells Wisconsin's Midday News they usually hold tickets for the opposing team, but after that...
Sometime today we'll probably have some additional tickets, maybe another 50 or 100, so we're going to make an announcement when we get that information. So, I would say a very limited supply might be available this afternoon, but if not, standing room only.
First pitch for the Brewers and Cubs game is at 1:08 tomorrow at AmFam Field. You can also listen to the game right here on WTMJ, home to the Brewers. And mark your calendars. Game 2 is set for 8:08 Monday at AmFam.
And we just got the rest of the schedule just a few minutes ago. So get out your paper and pencils or, get a note of some sort. Game 3 now scheduled for Wednesday, October 8th at 4:08 p.m. at Wrigley. And we have the rest of the schedule, as we mentioned. Game 4, Thursday, October 9th at 8:08 p.m. at Wrigley. If we go to a Game 5, it will be next Saturday, October 11th at 3:38 p.m. back here at American Family Field.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 4:36.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. My wife recently had a major accident that involved her back. I felt blessed and lucky because Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin is on our side. She's on the way to healing. They've got the best imaging and best doctors, the best systems, and the best way of taking care of you. They've got experts when it comes to things like shoulders, knees, and hips. And it's not always surgery. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin will take care of you from beginning to end. Go to their website, ohow.com, ohow.com. Request an appointment. Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin. Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. So I was looking at some of the bushes that have overgrown on my property, and I love our yard, but I need dormant pruning. That's what takes place during the winter when it's safe to cut back things so you have healthier trees and bushes around your house. Check right now to see if you've got stuff scraping against the siding or needs to be cut back, and schedule it now. Design Build landscaping projects are a year-round topic. Landworks Wisconsin does it the right way every time. They help people achieve their outdoor dreams by creating beautiful landscapes. I love these guys. LandworksWisconsin.com. Check them out today.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
4:37 on WTMJ. Happy Friday.
Whoop, whoop.
I know. Toya Washington's joining me. John is off. And now we do something, a little something every Friday, and it's called...
In Case You Missed It.
Okay, I'll go first. At the museum, the Harley Museum, they're going to be sharing something very special tomorrow. It's a This Is Me section. So they're spotlighting the first woman to ride in the elite Secret Service motorcade support unit. She's Lauren Gunawan, who has served and protected the President of the United States starting in 2019 with President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump again. Also can protect the Vice President as well. So you can see her first Harley, all 800 pounds of it. If you text WATCH to 855-616-1620, WATCH to our Setting Limit Talk and Text line, there's one part where she's actually looking at it, and she actually came here. It is the first law enforcement Harley that has been on display ever. At the Harley-Davidson Museum. So her helmet, bulletproof vest,
and
on
the first
display
woman,
as well.
First woman to do this role. Is that what you said?
First female Secret Service when the motorcade.
Got it.
Part of it. Yeah. So it's super cool. She rides into oncoming traffic to clear presidential routes. Her job demands precision, grit, and honor. So see it downtown at the Harley-Davidson Museum. And tomorrow from 1 to 3, a special visit from the Milwaukee Fire Department. Guests can climb aboard the fire truck, see it up close. So it's a weekend promotion. And all first responders this weekend will enjoy free museum admission to Harley-Davidson with a valid ID.
In case you missed it.
All right, there's a little bit of a theme here. So, kind of a theme here. So Americans take home the gold medal in the Cheesemonger Olympics. So Americans in the Cheesemonger Olympics, of course, France is like the capital for cheeses. They have a museum there. Something I learned today. There is actually a ward in hospitals that are dedicated for foreigners who eat cheese that doesn't agree with them.
Too much?
I don't know if it's too much or if they just get sick eating it because their bodies can't process it the same way or whatever the case may be.
Been there. I had too many cheese curds when I was moving in Madison from an apartment to an apartment. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Whatever you do. I don't know. That could go one of two ways. Like either you make a cheese dam, if you know what I'm saying, or it's the opposite.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So anyway, Americans who win the Cheesemonger Olympics. Now, a cheesemonger is a person who sells cheese to the community. It is a very respected profession. And get this, it was a team of women, the first U.S. women to win gold in said Olympics. Now, you would think because it's Wisconsin and we love our cheese, they are not from Wisconsin. They're actually from Philly. But they were overseas and took home the gold in the Cheesemonger Olympics. Pretty cool.
In case you missed it.
Funny.
And what goes well with cheese, my friends? Sausage. That's right. You ever sit and binge watching a show and suddenly said, I could really go for some sausage, but where do I go? Butchers are closed. Well, Germany has a solution for you. They have sausage vending machines. That's right.
Whoa,
they have sausage vending machines that they sell bratwurst, bockwurst, barbecue meats. They say that the machines are booming in German cities where shops are less likely to stay open for long hours, especially in structurally weak rural areas. Vending machine solutions are becoming increasingly popular. They also have vending machines that deliver meat, eggs, milk. Just basically, you can go grocery shopping with a vending machine. So, Germany, thanks.
Wow.
Now we can have our cheesemongers and we can have our sausages, too.
Do you think you could see a brat vending machine at AmFam?
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine?
It would be really
Although
cool.
these are not cooked, from what I can see. They're just in their packaging.
Oh, got it. So,
okay, I was thinking it's cooked, and I was going to say I'm very weird about how my food's prepared. I get really worried. So
it's slightly warm.
You've never said that to me, but I could see that. Somehow I know that, even though you've never told me.
Oh man, it's 4:42 on WTMJ. Thanks everybody. Thanks ladies. We'll get your traffic and weather coming up next.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I feel better than I ever have thanks to Connect Chiropractic. Got a little bit of a shoulder issue. The shoulder issue has gotten better. I carry my stress in my upper back. It's gone. It's Connect Chiropractic. I go every single week, and it's a long-term care focus at Connect, making you feel better so you can do the things that you want to do every single day. Play with the grandkids, play that pickleball, get out on the golf course. New location in Oak Creek, joining the existing locations in Tosa and Delafield. Go where I go. Connect Chiropractic.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
No matter how many people are in your family, buying new jackets for the cold weather months can be expensive. But when you shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, prices on cold weather jackets will give you a sigh of relief because thrift store prices mean great deals. And right now we have a great selection. Find great deals on cold weather jackets for the family at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
If you missed this,
Jonathan Lavoie, renowned criminal defense attorney, is a partner at Kim and Lavoie, and he is with us.
I think there's a real shot that the judge may allow for some type of bail with very strict conditions.
Or this.
The amount of damage done to the Iran nuclear sites. Can you talk about that?
He continues to argue that they were completely destroyed, that they were obliterated.
Catch up on the Wisconsin's Afternoon News podcast at WTMJ.com, presented by Dave Draycamp Heating.
Traffic is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment, flanners.com. Just press play.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Traffic and then weather, Debbie Lazaga.
Still working on this accident on 894 westbound at Loomis. Should be just about all cleared out of the ways. It looks like it's just one car left over there. But still, delays coming out of the Mitchell interchange to Loomis. The accident northbound 43 at Kilbourne has been cleared out of the way. Delays are still sticking around from Beecher Street all the way up to North Avenue. Southbound side slow just in general from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette to the KK River Crossing. And then on westbound 94, you got backups from 20th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, from Highway 100 to the county line, and then Moreland to Calhoun. The eastbound side is backing up from 164 all the way past Barker, and then from 92nd all the way to about 35th. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
And here's a WTMJ 5-day forecast. Clear tonight, low of 65. Sunny, breezy tomorrow, high 88. Humid on Sunday with a high of 85. Rain likely Monday and Tuesday, where the high will be 71 degrees on those days. Right now in Milwaukee, it is 78 degrees and still sunny.
Very nice.
It is nice. I love this.
447 on WTMJ. He is Annex Wealth Management's Chief Economist, Brian Jacobson. Brian, thank you for joining us. Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday. Thanks for having me.
So tell us about the economic reports that might not come out during the government shutdown. What does that mean for our markets?
That's right. Well, I'm glad you didn't ask me to tell you what they would have said if they were actually published. That would be a bit of a fool's errand. You know, the frustrating thing is that the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they were supposed to release the employment situation report today, but because of the shutdown, they didn't. They had those numbers as of Tuesday. So they actually have the report all prepared, ready to go. It's just that they didn't provide it. So that's one of the big data points that a lot of us have been looking for. And probably the next big one that a lot of people are watching for, hopefully the government will reopen by that time, is on October 15th. It's the inflation numbers. Because on October 29th, the Federal Reserve, they have their meeting. And those are two really important data points for them to make an informed decision.
I'm not sure how they can really do that if they're flying blind like that, but I did see payroll from ADP reported that private payroll employment fell by 32,000 last month. So does that give them some type of indication on what to do?
It does. And in fact, the Federal Reserve, they have a number of other alternative data sources from private sector firms like you mentioned, ADP, that they can look at. The biggest issue, I think, is on the inflation side of things, because they can look at like ADP, they can look at the Institute of Supply Management, what's going on there as far as hiring intentions. They can look at other sources for some of the labor market data. In fact, the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, they have a variety of data sources and they create their own index. And that is suggesting that the jobs market, we have seen some slowing, but maybe some stability. But the big wild card that they really are flying blind with is in terms of inflation. What's going on there?
And while we're in this kind of, I don't know, what would you call it, flux right now, while we're in the middle of a government shutdown, we're talking about inflation. I guess what is the best route, or what have you seen in the past during kind of a unsteady or uncertain time? What are people doing with their money? Are you telling people don't freak out? Are you saying where should you place money? Where shouldn't you?
Yeah, I think that in terms of what to expect, obviously it depends on, are you one of those non-essential workers in the federal government who is being furloughed and maybe is worried that it's not just a furlough where you're not working and are going to come back, but perhaps something more permanent. That's the twist this time, is that there is that kind of sword that's been dangling over them about whether or not they're actually going to be like permanently displaced from their jobs. So with those individuals, obviously it's a much more intense and anxious period of time. For everybody else, I think that it's a good reminder about, why do you have a rainy day fund? Why is it that you set money aside, make sure you have credit available in order to perhaps ride through some sort of job displacement or some event kind of like this? Now, in terms of from an investing perspective, historically the markets have kind of shrugged off the government shutdowns, mostly because, there's a lot more going on in the world than just what the federal government does. What does the federal government's shutdown mean for the earnings of the different companies that you can invest in? It does make a difference if it's, say, a government contractor. And really, there's about 100,000 small firms that are government contractors, so it matters to their bottom lines. But from a public investing perspective, as far as things that are traded on the New York Stock Exchange, it can affect some of the firms, but the vast majority, they can just kind of ride through this.
How much do you tell people to put away for their 401k? What percentage of their salary each paycheck?
Well, it really depends upon what you can tolerate, right? It's all part of that budgeting process. I always encourage people to try to do as much as you can, because really the key to a successful retirement is start saving early and save often. So the more you can ramp that up, and that's why a lot of the 401k plans, they have automatic enrollment where people are automatically, default is that you participate in it, and then also auto escalation clauses where every year it can increase. And so I would say a good general rule is ask, how much is your employer willing to match? Because sometimes it's dollar for dollar, otherwise it's 50 cents on the dollar. It can be a various amount up to a certain amount. And if anything, try to maximize that match, because otherwise you are basically leaving free money on the table.
I have no business title, but I always tell everyone, the youngins, the young cats that I learned from as well, I tell them 10%. Do at least 10%. Do you like that, Brian, or no?
That is excellent advice. Yes, I agree with that. Do it until it hurts.
Pretty much.
See, it pays off in the long run, though. So I think that's what I'm sure I know I didn't do at an early enough age, was putting that type of money away. And now I look back and I regret it. I mean, you're living paycheck to paycheck, especially as a young journalist. But, like now I'm like, gosh, I look at my money and I'm like, ooh, if I had just started 5 years before I started.
Brian, don't you agree that once it gets to like the 401k gets to like the $100,000 mark, I don't know, it just seems like it grows even better.
Well, it does. It's the power of compounding. If you have a bigger base to grow from, it is more noticeable. So it could be the same percentage return, but if it's a bigger base, 100,000 as opposed to 10,000, you're going to notice it. And I think people get that sense of accomplishment, thinking that, well, it's actually moving instead of going from $1 to $1.10. Right? If it's based on $100,000, then you actually notice it every single month. People take it more seriously. And what we've oftentimes seen is that younger people, that if you can get them to save earlier, they can also oftentimes be a little bit more aggressive with those savings, and so maybe have more in equities instead of so much in fixed income. But then as you approach retirement, obviously reassess things, take a look at that balance, what's your risk tolerance, and as you approach retirement, you oftentimes want to kind of throttle back that risk. There are certain things in 401k plans like called target date funds that will do that for you automatically, but there are also other ways that you can manage that on your own.
So, you a big Brewers fan?
Of course. I walk my dogs every day wearing my Brewers hat.
Aww. So I'm wearing a Brewers hat right now. Awesome. So do you know the economic impact of each game according to the Milwaukee Business Journal?
Oh, I did not see that one, but I know it can be pretty impressive. Yeah.
Each home game, the economic impact on our state is $3 million.
$3 million. And it's more when
a lot of that comes from especially the teams that travel to the area, because one way to think about it is if you go to the Brewers game, is that new spending or is it just reallocating existing spending, like money you would have spent going out to eat or going to a movie, so just somewhere else? So does it kind of shuffle it around? Really, the biggest economic effect from sporting events is for the money that comes in from out of town instead.
Oh, Brian, you're so smart. And that's why they were saying that it's so great that the Cubs are playing against us, because they're all coming up in droves compared to...
That's right. And we don't mind taking their money.
We don't at all. I'll take all their money.
I love it.
As long as they go home afterwards, right?
He is Annex Wealth Management's chief economist, Brian Jacobson. Brian, thank you so much. Go Brewers.
Yes. Have a great weekend.
4:55 on WTMJ. Here's your business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Landmark Credit Union appoints Midwest Banking veteran Timothy McKay president and CEO effective October 13th. McKay succeeds Jay Mikulski, who announced his plans to retire from Landmark earlier this year. The city of South Milwaukee has seen multiple grocers express interest in a vacant Pick and Save site. There has been interest in potential other uses, but the city has been focusing on replacing Pick and Save with a similar business. The proposal to widen I-94 in western Waukesha County to 3 lanes in each direction ranked as the highest of 9 projects the Department of Transportation reviewed for further study. The Transportation Projects Commission will convene later this year to analyze and discuss WISDOT's recommendation. I'm Logan Hansen from MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
You know when that big online store has special days with ridiculously low prices?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Hasselus Mattress do that?
We do.
You do? When?
Every day.
Okay, good one. But really, when are the big discounts?
Like I said, every day. You know our showrooms are employee-free.
So I can give your mattresses a try.
With no pushy sales guy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that allows us to sell Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, and more for way less.
Give me numbers.
Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery, too.
And you do this every day?
Yeah. Plus, through Monday, get a free box spring with every Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, and more, or take an equal amount off an adjustable base.
Wow.
So I guess you could say now is a prime time to buy.
I see what you did there.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasselus.com.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on gallon selected varieties Prairie Farms white milk, $3.99. 18 to 24.6 ounce selected varieties Vandy Camp's fish, $4.49. 9.5 to 10.75 ounce selected varieties Hostess mini donuts, $1.99. 16 to 24 ounce selected varieties Ragu pasta sauce, 2 for $5.
I am starving.
Oh, no. Never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, oh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
Enjoy life at Capri Communities, where senior living's our expertise. Caring staff that help you when you need. Enjoy life at Capri, making friends and memories. Living life to the fullest, you will love your new home. Enjoy life at Capri Communities.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools to help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Traffic is sponsored by the Amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
Every Monday and Thursday, buy one pizza, get a second pizza absolutely free at the Mineshaft Family Restaurant in downtown Hartford. Google the Mineshaft today.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
It is 5 o'clock. I'm Julia Fello. This is Wisconsin's afternoon news for Friday, October 3rd. Our top story is peace in the Middle East possible.
And I'm Toya Washington in for John McCure. Safe after a school shooting threat.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Eastbound 94, backing up from Highway 164 all the way through the Barker Road area. You're back on the brakes then from 84th Street through the Stadium interchange to 35th. Westbound backing up from just before 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, and then west of Highway 100 all the way towards Sunny Slope Road. Southbound 41, watch out for the big delays from the county line down to Good Hope, and then back on the brakes south of Appleton Avenue down towards Capitol. Northbound slow from Mayfair Road all the way up to about Hampton. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Clear tonight, a low of 65. Tomorrow, breezy, a high of 88. Right now in Milwaukee, it's sunny and 79 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, President Donald Trump issues an order on Hamas's response to a Gaza peace proposal. CBS Linda Kenyon.
On social media, the president posted, quote, "Based on the statement just issued by Hamas, I believe they are ready for a lasting peace." The president goes on to say, Israel must immediately stop the bombing of Gaza so that we can get the hostages out safely and quickly. Right now, it's far too dangerous to do that. The president wrapped up his statement by saying, this is not about Gaza alone. This is about long-sought peace in the Middle East.
Hamas said Friday that it hasn't accepted some elements of the president's plan, including giving up power and releasing all remaining hostages, but that others require further consultations among Palestinians.
The federal government shutdown will stretch into the weekend. The Senate failed to advance a House-passed funding bill that would end it.
So far, just 3 Senate Democrats have been willing to vote with Republicans to fund the government and end the shutdown. But that's 5 votes short of breaking a filibuster. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says his party will stand firm, betting that public pressure will cause Republicans to negotiate to avoid a looming spike in Obamacare premiums.
I believe that they will be pushed very hard by American citizens who don't want to see their rates go up so much.
Speaker Mike Johnson has canceled planned votes in the House next week, leaving the bill his chambers already passed as the fastest way out of the impasse. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
A Milwaukee public school student detained for making a shooting threat. It happened earlier today at Morris Middle School on the northwest side. MPS says the student was immediately detained and police were called to the school. No gun was found.
Milwaukee's new director of the Office of Community Wellness and Safety addresses concerns from the public over his criminal background and how he got his job.
Adam Purcell's appointment in August raised several eyebrows, particularly given the appointment from Mayor Cavalier Johnson was not to one of the original 3 finalists for the job.
I'm asking people to trust my judgment.
Among those calling for more transparency into the process at the time was Alderwoman Charlene Moore, who was in attendance at Purcell's town hall event Thursday. She tells WTMJ it's too early to tell if her concerns have been alleviated.
Just simply because he's so new.
In Milwaukee, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
ICE will be coming to Milwaukee's northwest side. Our partners at the Milwaukee Business Journal reports that ICE filed for an occupancy permit yesterday for a location on Lake Drive. The building would house attorneys that work in some capacity with ICE. No detainees would be there.
Once again, we have a big closure this weekend that might throw a wrench into your weekend travel plans. WTMJ's Debbie Lazinga has the details.
Here we go again, only this time it's the other direction. The southbound bypass is going to be closing down for another 54-hour closure through the Hale Interchange. Starting tonight at 11, 894 southbound will be closing between Greenfield Avenue and the Hale Interchange until Monday the 6th at 5:30 a.m. Along with this, they'll be closing the ramps from 94 eastbound to southbound and westbound to southbound in the zoo. A left lane closure will stay in place from Lincoln to the Hale Interchange until Monday the 13th. This is week 1 of 2 for this closure, and as always is weather dependent.
And you can see maps and updates on our website, WTMJ.com.
Coming up, the postseason schedule is all set for the Milwaukee Brewers. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:04.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
AdventKnows.com.
Most insurance accepted.
Ho, ho, ho! Don't let Christmas shopping sneak up on you. It's Toyland time at Fleet Farm. We've stocked up on the hottest toys from brands like Lego, Barbie, Melissa and Doug, John Deere, and more. And get ready, our annual toy giveaway happens at 7 a.m. Saturday, October 11th, where the first 125 customers will get a free Toyland toy. Check out our selection of all things under the tree at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm. And don't forget to build the kids' wish list from our Toyland catalog at fleetfarm.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry. I love Guthrie and Fry. I've got their water softener, the salt delivered right to the basement. Their RO system, which filters the water in our house. What we drink, what we cook with is crisp, clean, clear. It's Guthrie and Fry water conditionings, the best in the business. They also provide well pump system service, routine service, and emergency service for when you need it. They've been doing that since 1974. At Guthrie and Fry, they know that better water makes a big difference. The teams I trust are at Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning.
Oh, time for a WTMJ Sports Check. We are getting my life together. It's from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. For the first time ever in Major League history, the Brewers will play their Northside rivals in the postseason.
Makes the catch! The Chicago Cubs are going to head up 94. They move on to Milwaukee.
ESPN there on the call with a final out as the Cubs beat the Padres 3-1 yesterday to advance to the playoffs. So game 1 for the Brewers and Cubs starts with a 1:08 p.m. first pitch. That is tomorrow. That is Saturday from American Family Field. Game 2 set for Monday at 8:08.
Then we head to Chicago for the next 2. Game 3 next Wednesday, October 8th. A 4:08 start at Wrigley. Game 4 Thursday, October 9th at 8:08 p.m. again. A late night one if we need a Game 5. It'll be next Saturday, October 11th at 3:38 p.m. back here at AmFam Field. You can hear all the games right here on WTMJ. We're home of the Brewers. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time 5:07.
Ooh, something smells good.
Let's see. Melt 2 sticks of butter and add sugar.
Ben, what are you doing?
I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
What? It's way too early for that.
I know, Arvid, but I just can't wait to serve a big family meal on the Flay table from Penny Mustard.
Oh, I love the Flay table. The design is so sleek and simple, yet oh so perfect.
Mix in 2 cups of peanut butter and strained beets.
The Flay's strong Midwest craftsmanship means you'll be serving family feasts on this table for generations.
Half a cup of mayonnaise.
And it's expandable. So as your family grows, the Flay table grows too.
And just a dash of Tabasco.
Hold on. What recipe are you making?
Recipe? What's a recipe?
The American-made solid wood Flay table paired with 4 Kendall chairs with your choice of fabric or leather starting at $68.71 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Tastier versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, Julia Fello, and in for John McCure, it's Toya Washington.
Happy Friday, everyone. TGIF, you deserve it. You deserve
right.
it. And you deserve a win tomorrow with the Brewers. Right?
Yes, yes. And the weather that's on tap for this weekend. We deserve this because I will tell you in January, we're going to be cursing. I mean, I'll be cursing. I don't know about the rest of you, but I will.
Absolutely. So I was thinking about our ladies, or the women in our lives. Even if you're a man listening, we all have moms, we have girlfriends, we have friends who are women, we work with women. And this month is Menopause Awareness Month. It's observed in the month of October. And we often don't talk about it at all.
No, not at all.
And I talked to Dr. Tess Jordans today, double board certified physician in family and obesity medicine and a menopause certified provider. She founded 988wellness.com. So it's a telehealth practice to help women feel like themselves again, she says. Many women suffer in silence. And so I asked her, menopause, when can that even happen?
So honestly, that can start at any age. So the average age for menopause is usually early 50s, 51, 52.
What are the biggest signs?
Certainly irregular periods, especially as you get closer to that midlife age. Irregular periods is one of the bigger signs. Of course, notable are things like hot flashes and night sweats, but there's other things like joint pain or new or worsening anxiety and depression, things like that that women don't often recognize
or talk about. So what about premenopause, perimenopause? That can start up to a decade before menopause. And that, she says, is where your body may signal the biggest changes. Woof.
And that's because there are such great changes in hormones, specifically estrogen, but we have other hormones like progesterone and testosterone that are also fluctuating, but estrogen changes so rapidly. It can be very, very high and then drop very low. That begins to affect our neurotransmitters, things like dopamine and serotonin, which are all the things that we typically think of when we think of happiness or being in a good mood.
So I asked her, when do you feel it more? When your estrogen shoots up or when it goes down and plummets?
It's often hard. We don't have very good studies, I'll say, matching up high and low levels because these fluctuations can happen so rapidly. There just really honestly haven't been a lot of studies matching up what we feel like. Most of the symptoms that accompany menopause or perimenopause are due to the rapid decline in hormones.
Interesting. It's interesting for me. It's interesting for you?
It's absolutely interesting for me because I feel like this is a topic, and I'm not going to lie, I'm in the throes of it. And I don't think no one ever told us this. Like when we were in high school and grade school, middle school, we had health class. We learned about, both boys and girls, learned about you know, getting your period and all of those things. No one told us about this, which is garbage.
Are you?
Or the weight gain, by the way.
Really, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden you no waistline. That happens. What? Yeah. Waistline disappears, the weight gain, you gain it all in the middle. It is a frustrating process and the fact that there was some type of gatekeeping of this information. And I don't know if it's just because we were in a time where people didn't talk about this, but yeah, I mean, and it is a topic among me and my other mom friends that are either in perimenopause or in menopause, because it is. And once you find appropriate treatment, it can be, darn near life changing, where it's like,
Really?
yes, like, I mean, when I say I go 0 to 60 in
Me too.
a heartbeat,
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in my 40s. What if when I go into menopause, what I'm
it is
what I'm
yes.
gonna be?
It's 0 to 60 in seconds, and like for me, I mean, I worked in a very high stress industry, right? I did, and you kind of know how to regulate your ups and downs, your emotions, and always kind of keeping it in check and keeping tabs on it. But I'll tell you, like right now, it would be on and popping. Like, I don't even know what it would be like to be in a newsroom on a daily basis,
Right?
in a high pressure situation, and have this on top of it that would be unmanaged.
There's also brain fog.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's yes.
Tell me, Deb.
Yeah, definitely brain fog. I mean, you think you were sharp as a tack, before all of a sudden you're forgetting things, words are not coming out right, and all this stuff. And for me, the biggest thing is like, I mean, how many years that I have to deal with this yet?
Oh, that's trash.
So it's like down the road that this is, they say it does get better, but it's like, I got a ways to go yet. And not
When
happy about
does it
that.
get better? I didn't
That's a
even
good
ask
question.
her.
That's a good question. Who knows?
Everybody's different. I mean, I guess there's averages and stuff like that, but still, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yes. And here's the real kicker for me, who is a mom of two and had, went through the mom brain fog where it was like your pregnancy and then your lack of sleep, and that's all disrupted. So you go through all of that. And then finally you're like, okay, like I feel like a normal person. And then, oh, by the way, here comes perimenopause.
So true. Toya.
Is it the same kind of brain fog?
Yes, similar type of brain fog.
Same thing, yeah.
I was just talking to my friend, and she is going through IVF, and they have to, lower her estrogen and surge it up for the eggs to fertilize or to come out, and then it will be fertilized. But the amount of emotion she's going through from the hormone changes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is. And the fact that we have not talked openly about this. And I will tell you, Deb, if you haven't caught her Just Being Milani on Facebook, she does the whole thing where it's just like,
We Do Not Care Club.
We Do Not Care Club.
I love her.
I love her as well. Like, We Do Not Care. And she says the most hilarious and relatable things as someone who is going through it as well.
In monotone.
Huge fan.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so
yes.
funny. Oh my goodness. I'm glad we talked about this. Fantastic. That was Dr. Tess Jordan's double board certified physician in family and obesity medicine, menopause certified provider, founder and lead physician at 988wellness.com. It's 5:15 on WTMJ.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best.
For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law offices.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Does our Inspired Closets team make dreams come true?
Every day, Dan. From consultation to design to installation, the whole process is built around our clients.
Which is how we earn our 5-star reviews. It's our team that makes the difference.
Inspired Closets is more than just organization. It's an investment in you.
Get started today at inspiredclosets.com.
Inspired Closets Milwaukee, a wife and husband team.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car is not one of them. The national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
What? The car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adam.com.
How do you want your backyard to look? New deck, patio, shade area, pergola, fire pit? in-ground pool, outdoor kitchen, or all of it. Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design and build your space, and everyone will scream wow when they see your new backyard. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment, Flanners.com. Just press
Upgrade
play.
your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Traffic and weather, Debbie Lazaga.
Well, we got an accident northbound 41 at Hampton. It's off on the right shoulder, so just watch out for that. Actually, it's just got cleared. Hey, there you go. On the southbound side, though, we do have delays from the county line down to Good Hope Road, then back on the brakes right through the zoo. The northbound side slowing from Mayfair Road all the way up to Hampton. Eastbound 94, we've got some traffic from 92nd Street all the way through the Stadium interchange, with the westbound side slowing down from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, and then across the county line, and one more slowdown from just before Moreland Road to Brookfield Road. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
And here is the WTMJ 5-day forecast. Clear tonight, low of 65. Sunny, breezy tomorrow, high 88. Humid on Sunday. How are we even talking humidity in October?
Know.
That's crazy town. Humid Sunday with a high of 85. Rain likely Monday and Tuesday. The high on both days will be in the low 70s. Right now in Milwaukee, it is 79 at last check, 79 degrees.
5:19 on WTMJ. Time to recognize another everyday hero. Here's WTMJ's Eric Bilstead.
Wisconsin's Morning News identifies an everyday hero as an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning they'd be saving a life. Today we stay local. We head to UW Parkside. The men's soccer team hosting Upper Iowa University for the home opener just a couple of weeks ago. Olu Afuwape, a 37-year-old referee, was calling the game when something didn't feel right.
My heart couldn't regulate its beat, and it was just out of rhythm until it just stopped.
Olu fell to the ground. At first, there was some confusion. Someone thought he'd ran into a player and was hurt, but no, midfielder Jamie Lecomte knew something else happened. He tells TMJ4 News,
I guess instincts just took over. I tried to get to him pretty quickly. It wasn't the nicest sight, and it was something that will probably stay with me for a while.
Jamie waves over to the athletic trainer, Keela Johnson, who immediately grabs an AED. They had a portable one there right on the sidelines, and she runs it to Olu. After conducting CPR and using the machine, they were able to get him back.
It's been a blessing that I'm here and I'm given another opportunity of life.
What's so great about this story, other than the midfielder and the athletic trainer and others helping save the referee, is that it's a great reminder that some time spent CPR training can go a long way.
The training's so easy. It's really, really simple. You'll get it done and it will stay with you forever. And I feel like I'm now hopefully well prepared to help someone.
Thank you to the midfielder, Jamie Lecomte, and to athletic trainer, Keela Johnson. You are everyday heroes. Everyday Heroes, sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News.
So nice. Love those stories. All right, so coming up next, we have your Week in Review. If you haven't been up to date on the news, we'll get you up to date in less than 5 minutes. And it's pretty fun, too. The weather's brought to you by Sweet Talks Med Spa. Self-love starts at Sweet Talks.
Hey, John Mercure here for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them is honoring that trust and commitment. I know that, and I know I get it with Pella. They've worked in our house, and we trust them inherently. A lot of customers maybe have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home, but when you see the experience and professionalism, you can trust Pella with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Gina Della leads an incredible team, whether it's in their showroom, which is incredible, the Experience Center in Brookfield, or whether it's when they're in your house, sitting down at the kitchen table or measuring up your stuff. Pella will get it done every single time, and the attention to detail they gave us, man, unbelievable. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Order by the end of the month. You get 0% interest for up to 5 years. 0 for 5. Visit PellaWI.com today.
You've seen us around town, volunteering, supporting events, and showing up where it matters. At Waterstone Bank, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. The money you deposit stays local, helping small businesses, creating jobs, and supporting home ownership. It's banking from the community for the community. Visit your local branch or WSBOnline.com to see how we're building a stronger southeastern Wisconsin, one neighbor at a time. Waterstone Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
We're doubling down on our downtown presence. I'm Grady Crosby, Chief Sustainability and Impact Officer at Northwestern Mutual. Our modernized North Building and campus upgrades are a testament to our continued commitment to helping our city flourish as a great destination to live, work, and play.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
John Mercure here for Men's Studios. At Men's Studios, it's long-term wellness is the goal. You're going to feel great when you've been at that massage, when you get one of their 11 customizable treatments. You're also going to feel it long-term. You're going to be able to play with your grandkids, golf, do the things you want to do pain-free. That's the goal at Men. Not just get you out of the crisis state, but get you into a state where you feel good all the time. They've got 2 locations. They customize everything. Check out the website, menstudio.com. I've been in the studios. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're nurturing. They're going to take care of you. Men's Studio.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
24 on WTMJ, shakeups in the governor's race. The government shuts down. I-94 rivalry hits October and more. It's the Weekend Review brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
Steer, a fly ball to center. Back is Perkins. That'll do it. 97 wins for your Milwaukee Brewers, a new franchise record. And no team in Brewers franchise history has ever been better than the 2025 version.
I mean, it's a way for this team to get recognized, and they should be. You know, especially where they came from and where no one expected this.
McManus for the tie, 34. And this one is good. It's a tie!
It sucks. Another name entering the race for Wisconsin governor, former state economic development director for Wisconsin, Missy Hughes, announcing she is running for governor.
Listen, I'm not a politician. I'm different than other folks you've seen run for governor. That's the point.
We have Dan Bice and Mary Spikuza, both from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. And Dan, I don't know if we solely attribute Bill Berrien dropping out of the governor race to you, but certainly...
You lose count after a while.
Can we talk about getting biced?
Nazir Spencer of WTMJ went over for Bucks Media Day.
It's a new team, very young team, and much more explosive with Giannis especially. Everyone's pretty excited over there.
You've heard about the Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny will be the headlining performer.
Was called by the Bad Bunny team asking me if I was interested in collaborating. And so he was interested in including and incorporating Puerto Rican history into his new album.
Today, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth addressed senior military leaders at Quantico in Virginia. Hegseth criticized so-called toxic leaders who he claims have been lowering standards in what he called the War Department.
Each service will ensure that every requirement for every combat MOS, for every designated combat arms position, returns to the highest male standard only. Because we are the War Department. Godspeed.
Please clap. We're excited to be joined in the Annex Wealth Management studio by David Crowley.
We've been talking to a lot of candidates about legalizing medical marijuana or recreational marijuana. A lot of money is going to Illinois. J.B. Prisker is saying thank you. So what do you think
He should
about
be.
This is an opportunity to put those dollars towards education. This is an opportunity to help out many of our rural farmers and helping to save their farms and their community.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. The federal government has shut down. The midnight Eastern Time deadline has passed.
I wanted to get my frustration out because after sitting there watching all that stuff, I'm like, I've learned nothing.
Like, who do you blame right now?
I blame both sides.
It was terrorism. That's what British police are saying about a deadly rampage at a synagogue in Manchester.
King Charles and Britain's prime minister said they were appalled by the attack on such a significant day for Jewish people.
Additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country.
And it goes long. Was there a touch up front? No, there was not. Hitting error ends it tonight, and Wisconsin has won 9 in a row.
9 times.
9 times.
I just want you.
Swift's 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl, a giant love letter to her beau, Travis Kelce, dropped at midnight. The late George Michael gets songwriting credit for one track. Some young Swifties are asking, who's he?
Can you imagine any woman writing a song about you to begin with?
The I-94 rivalry moves into October as the Brewers will face off against the Chicago Cubs at the NLDS on Saturday from American Family Field.
So we decided here on Wisconsin's Morning News that we were going to provide Hollywood with a movie pitch of your 2025 Brewers.
You Priester? Yes, sir. Then get your spikes on.
A team for the ages, the 2025 Milwaukee Brewers, and they are not even close to being done yet.
You speak into existence, you see it, you visualize it, you believe that we can do it.
Holy cow, do you believe it?
Man, I got tears at our own thing.
I think that pitch works.
What a week, eh?
What a week.
I've learned nothing.
getting biced?
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Hey, John Mercure here with Jay Saunders, Senior PR Manager at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Hey, Jay.
John, how are you?
I am great, and it's a great time to be a sports fan in Wisconsin, and what a great place to get to the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
You know, John, the energy is off the charts right now with great sports action pretty much every day. Of course, the biggest excitement, the Brewers in the playoffs. Don't miss a single pitch on our 2,100 square foot screen. Plus, we're your pre- and post-game headquarters for the crew. If you're lucky enough to have a ticket to the game, catch our free shuttle to and from AmFam Field. You know, the Packers may be off this week, but we've got all the great college football and NFL action. We also have a full bar and restaurant at the Sportsbook, so you never have to leave your seat.
I love that, and it has been a season of winning for our teams, and now it's a season of giving at Potawatomi. This is very special.
Yes, John, we're excited to announce the return of Heart of Canal Street, our favorite time of year. It's our signature charity event. We're celebrating 31 years of Heart, and you can help raise money for children's charities in our area. Come to Potawatomi, play our special Heart of Canal Street bingo game. It's held during every bingo session. Half of the money for every game goes in the fundraising pool. Half goes to the winner of the game. It'll benefit 30 local charities this year. And also this year we have some Heart-themed drink specials at both Cream City Coffee and the Potawatomi Marketplace, where $1 from each drink will go to charity.
I love that. And there's even more ways to win at Potawatomi.
We've got Bird Bash is back. It's really popular with our players, and you can win up to $50,000 in cash every week in October. Play your favorite slot machines with your rewards card. We have Thursday night drawings. It's all part of Jackpot Land with a $300,000 season finale in December. And when you're hungry from all of that winning, we've got 12 restaurants and bars for you to enjoy.
All right, what's the website, Jay?
That's Potawatomi.com.
Jay Saunders, Senior PR Manager at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, John.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
I'm Julia Fello. Your top story this half hour, a tragic train accident in Mukwonago.
And I'm Toya Washington in for John McCure. Prison time for a rap music mogul.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. We're seeing delays on the bypass heading southbound from about National Avenue down into the Hale. So careful with that. Eastbound 94, a little heavy from Calhoun to Moreland. Back on the brakes from just before 84th Street to about 35th. Westbound, you're seeing the delays kick in right about at 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Again, slowing between Moreland Road and Calhoun. And then northbound on 41, backing up from just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Hampton. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Clear Tonight, a low of 65. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 88 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a man was killed after his car was struck by a train in the village of Mukwonago. Police responded just this morning to the railroad crossing at Bayview Road. We're told a southbound Canadian National Railroad train hit the car. No damage to the crossing gate. An 82-year-old man from Waukesha was killed. Police say the cause of the crash is still not known.
A fire closes a popular East Side Milwaukee deli. Crews responded to Glorioso's Italian Market on Brady at around 3:30 this morning. We're told no one was injured, but the store will be closed indefinitely. The former owner, Michael Glorioso, told WTMJ he has never experienced something this bad.
This is really the first in 80 years, and so in many ways I feel very blessed because, that's a long time to go without any real major problems. We'll support one another, and we certainly have the support of the community. People have been coming here this morning, not to shop, but they heard about it and want to see if there's anything they can do or express their condolences. So we'll get it fixed, and it'll be better.
Current owners believe the fire started in the upstairs server room.
Rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to more than 4 years in prison by a judge today. He was convicted of transporting individuals for prostitution this summer. He was acquitted of more serious charges that could have put him behind bars for life. CBS' Jerica Duncan.
The judge had some very sharp words in response to Combs. He acknowledged that he is trying to do better and told him that he hopes that he continues that, but instantly went into rejecting attempts to characterize what happened as, quote, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He said you abused your power and control you had over women you claimed you had loved. You abused them emotionally and physically. He said the evidence was massive. I was sitting right here, he said. We read it and we saw it. Images of gashes and bruises and broken doors, and I saw it in the video. It was savage.
Combs will get credit for serving a year in jail. He was also fined $500,000.
Tense moments at the City Hall after a heated exchange over Milwaukee's police chase policy.
Police Chief of Staff Heather Huff walked out of a Public Safety and Health Committee meeting after questioning from Alderman Scott Spiker.
I'm sorry. I just feel like Alderman Spiker here really rude sometimes, and it just have to take a break.
Alderman Spiker later softened his tone, saying he respects her but has a responsibility.
Heather Huff is a good friend of mine. She is the best chief of staff I've ever worked with. My job that 40,000 people in my district put me here to do was to exercise oversight. I cannot do that unless I have a skeptical eye.
Milwaukee police have reported more than 770 high-speed pursuits this year with 9 killed. Nizer Spencer, WTMJ News.
The Milwaukee Health Department prepares families for the flu season with free vaccine clinics. The Public Information Officer, Carolyn Reinwald.
We are targeting families that are either on Medicare, Medicaid, or uninsured. Really, it's just trying to reach as many families as we can, meet them where they're at. And last year, we did see a huge need. We were inundated with hundreds of families.
The next clinic happens tomorrow at the Southside Health Center, starting at 10 o'clock.
Time now for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. You might still be able to get tickets to Game 1 of the NLDS. Brewers President of Business Operations, Rick Schlesinger, tells Wisconsin's Midday News that they usually hold tickets for the opposing team. But after that,
sometime today we'll probably have some additional tickets, maybe another 50 or 100. So we're going to make an announcement when we get that information. So, yeah, I would say a very limited supply might be available this afternoon, but if not, standing room only.
First pitch for the Brewers and Cubs game is at 1:08 p.m. Saturday afternoon at AmFam Field. And mark your calendars. Game 2 set for 8:08 p.m. Monday at AmFam.
Then we head to Chicago for the next 2. Game 3 will be next Wednesday, October 8th at 4:08 p.m. at Wrigley. Game 4, Thursday, October 9th at 8:08 p.m. If we need a Game 5, it'll start next Saturday, October 11th at 3:38 p.m. back here at AmFam Field. You can hear all the games right here on WTMJ.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 5:36.
They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
He is Chief Meteorologist Brian Isnansky, the Chief. Brian, how are you? Where are you?
I'm doing good. We're down at just outside of Discovery World, where the finish line is for the Milwaukee Lakefront Marathon. I believe this is called Urban Park right here. You know where those like reflector things are by Discovery World. So we're down here. We are forecasting for the Lakefront Marathon, partnering up with them for the official Lakefront Marathon forecast. And of course, we're talking about the warm temperatures. I mean, it is going to be an issue, to say the least, for anybody who's going to be running crazy amounts of distances this weekend. Again, you can see temperatures are going to be well into the 80s, if not close to 90 degrees Saturday and Sunday.
All right, we had a chance to look up. We have a split screen up here with 4 different things that we're watching, and we saw one of your live hits, and we got to ask you about the gong.
Oh, yeah. So if you get a personal record, you get to come over and bang this gong that they got. If you get, in the runner world, they call it a PR. If you get a little PR, you get to bang the gong and go over there. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's definitely my one concern saying that. I really hope people don't like push themselves this weekend, and runners who are experienced that run marathons all the time and that are going for personal records. They know when to not overdo themselves. And they're taking different measures down here to make sure they got hydration stations, every couple miles, and they'll be ready. The good news is right near the lake right now, we're about 10 degrees cooler. There's a breeze off of Lake Michigan. The bad news is I think the southwest wind tomorrow will kind of offset that cooling effect. I don't think it will be as noticeably cooler right here along the lake.
Interesting. Brian, are we going to set a record with these temperatures so high?
Yeah, so today we broke the daily record high, 87. The old record was 86. Tomorrow the record is 87 degrees, and 88 degrees. Not only do I think we beat that tomorrow, but I think we have a very good chance, a legit chance of hitting 90 degrees tomorrow at the airport in Milwaukee. And if we did that, that would be the first time ever on record that we've had an official temperature of 90 degrees in the month of October.
Jeez. And with a baseball game. And with a baseball game tomorrow. It's going to be hot.
Right.
Oh
it is going to be hot. Yeah. That's a good point, Toya. Tomorrow, so you got the, 108 first pitch, something along those lines. Tailgating, probably 80s. We've done the summer tailgating. It's just going to be like summertime. And it's going to be in the 80s. And then by the time I would say like the 7th inning, we're probably, cracking that 90-degree number. So it will be pretty toasty in American Family Field.
Sunscreen, water. That's my advice.
So when a cold front comes, Brian, are we going to be hurt pups with really severe weather?
No, I don't think so. Like, there's a couple things that come into play with a cold front. Front doesn't always necessarily mean, we will have the instability and the warmth out ahead of the front. However, there's the shear levels aren't that great. There isn't that big of a change in wind direction. There's not a ton of humidity. Like if we were sitting with like dew points in the 70s, I'd be a little bit more concerned for severe storms. I think we're looking at just mainly rain, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, and that will be Monday and possibly lingering into Tuesday.
He is Chief Meteorologist Brian Isnansky. Check him out at 6 o'clock. Are you going to be in the field still, Brian, at 6?
Yep. I'll be out here in the field at 6 o'clock doing the weather live here from the finish line. They just hooked me up with the marathon T-shirt. I might be rocking that.
Oh,
at
that's
6.
fun. And do the gong again for all of us, please.
I'll try. Although they gave me a large, and with my T-shirts out here when it's warm outside, I need an excuse to show off the gongs. I'm going to see if I can exchange it for a schmedium.
Yep. John always sees his arms sticking out of his shirt.
Got it.
Thanks,
Okay, well, we
Brian.
did break records, so he can hit the gong. You can break it for the temperature, for breaking the temperature. There you go.
Toya.
That's a good point.
There you go.
That's a good point. For the record breaking, I can bang the gong. I'm going to
Exactly.
ask the race organizers if I could do that.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Brian, thank you so much. Check him out at 6. It's 5:42 on WTMJ.
Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. Unfortunately, it's not too early to start thinking about those upcoming heating bills. At Hometown's huge New Berlin showroom, you can compare energy-efficient windows from Anderson, Pella, Marvin, and more. Like me, you'll get a dedicated project consultant to guide you to the products that best fit your home, style, and budget, along with employee carpenters who respect your home. Do what I did. Contact Hometown Windows and Doors today. Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. 414-329-1200 or online at hometownwindows.com.
4 years ago, I opened a doggy dream space unlike anything in Wisconsin. A place that offers it all: daycare, boarding, grooming, and a one-of-a-kind indoor-outdoor dog park and tavern. A hangout as fun for humans as it is for hounds. I'm Leah, proud owner of the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls. Our love, passion, and commitment to dogs and the community are at the core of everything we do. From our incredible staff to top-tier services, we've built something truly special at the Hounds and Tap. Come see for yourself. Visit the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls today.
Dave Spano from Annex Wealth Management. It didn't seem like it when the season started, but we've watched the crew become a great team. We're just as proud of the team here at Annex. I'll put the Annex team up against anyone when it comes to what we do: investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. If that's what you're looking for, let's talk soon. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button. In the meantime, let's enjoy championship baseball in Milwaukee.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max, keeping you updated on culture and creativity.
The Wisconsin Film Office. We could say it out loud. It's going to happen. Academy Award winner John Ridley.
So I'm glad that Wisconsin is getting in the game. I hope they stay in the game. Wisconsin is great because it has so many different looks. It has so many different places. It has places that are untouched. It has places that are incredibly modern.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max, weeknights at 6 on WTMJ.
Traffic is sponsored by Rejuvenix Arthritis Pain Clinics. Go to rejuvenix.com for an appointment.
Go to rejuvenix.com to request your appointment.
Let's get you where you need to safely with Debbie Lazaga.
Well, looks like we've got an accident now on the Rock Freeway northbound, just north of Layton Avenue. So watch out for that. It's off on the right shoulder. Not seeing too many delays involved with that. Just something to keep in mind. Southbound on the bypass, we are seeing backups from Oklahoma Avenue down into the Hale interchange. Just remember, we have that 54-hour closure that starts at 11 tonight. Eastbound 94, we've got backups from 92nd Street all the way through to about 35th. Westbound slowing from 35th to Mitchell Boulevard. And then on southbound 41, heavy as you're making your way down from the county line to Good Hope Road. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair to Hampton. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
This Brewers season has been nothing short of spectacular. Plenty of dramatic storylines, tons of fun characters. With that in mind, Wisconsin Morning News crew created a movie pitch for Hollywood to consider. Here it is.
Here's what you do. You got to start with euchre.
Holy cow! Do you believe it?
It's January, a sun-splashed American Family Fields of Phoenix. They're in Arizona, and manager Pat Murphy is pulling up like he's going to go into the office. And he rolls up, and the sound effect comes in. You know how when a car is rolling over some, like, gravel or something? I think the manager drives a nicer car than that. He steps out, he gets out of the car, his cell phone rings, and he picks up. Yeah? Oh, no. When? All right. I'll tell the boys. They'll want to hear it from me. And then you go into, fade right into Euchre coverage, the coverage of his passing.
Fans across generations gathering in somber reflection.
Bob Euchre was not just a baseball announcer, he was an entertainer. He was a family person. He was a baseball guy. He was a comedian.
He could tell a joke at the drop of a hat.
The amount of Euchre jerseys, sweatshirts, T-shirts, saw license plates that people turned into necklaces.
Heroes will be remembered. Legends never die, so I don't think he'll miss a pitch.
So then there's like a fade to black or something to show a passing of time. And then when we return, the 2025 team is back home after just getting terrorized by the Yankees.
A historic day for the Yankees in the Bronx.
Just getting blown up.
And they take down the Brewers by a final score of 20-9.
Highly concerned. Yes.
Quick shot of the talking heads.
I have concerns about the pitching. Absolutely.
Another boat race, says one of the headlines. Okay, cut to the clubhouse. A slow pan of the team, players at their lockers, some laughing, other ones listening to music on their phone. It looks like a scrappy bunch, likable but banged up. You notice there's a lot of guys in the trainer's room. And in walks in a young man, duffel bag over his shoulder. He kind of looks like Glenn Powell. You know that guy, that actor from Maverick and Twisters. So he walks in, sets his bag down, cut to manager Pat Murphy walking in the clubhouse. He yells, "Hey, kid." Young man turns. "You Priester?" "Yes, sir." Maybe Murph says something like, "Then get your spikes on. You'll probably pitch today."
Quinn Priester, the mighty Quinn, strikes out this side in the top of the first.
I mean, pick your characters. You could build this around the entire Brewers pitching staff. I mean, you got the old veteran, reliable Freddie Peralta, who's been with the team a long time.
And Peralta pats his chest and says, "I got him."
You got the wise, injured Woodruff.
Who else you got? You got the kid.
The Miz. Miz versus Skeens here this afternoon.
Just about a capacity crowd on hand as the Miz is the first one out of that first base dugout. And what an atmosphere.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Miz Zarowski is just pressing buttons on a remote control, it feels like.
You need an antagonist. Like, who's the bad guy in this?
I mean, maybe, is it Craig Counsell?
Is it Savale? Like, he didn't want to go to the bullpen?
Yes.
Which actually then leads you into the other storyline. Friggin' Vaughn coming here and being a world beater, picked off the trash heap from the Sox.
Fly ball, deep left. It is up and it is gone. Welcome to the Brew Crew, Andrew Vaughn. The legend of Andrew Vaughn keeps growing. A grand slam. I am so glad that Aaron Savali demanded that trade. Swing and a miss.
And then the film picks up steam in the middle with the winning streak, right? 14 in a row.
And a fly ball left center field, well struck. Back is Benson at the track. Wall gone! Wild Bill to left center. Here's the throw from Perkins. It is going to be in time. Game over. Fly ball to deep right. It is back. Soto back. Out of here. You can't make it up. 12 in a row for the Crew. Would you like fries with that? Well,
Do you really keep pancakes in your pocket?
Sometimes. Pancakes, pizza. I mean, stuff I like.
Then you shift to the emotional finish.
What world are we living in right now? I'll tell you, it's the Brewers world.
We have the opportunity to be friends for life, right? We go and do this whole thing and go where we want to go. Everybody in this room is friends for life.
Who's writing this thing?
We're playing with house money. You believe that we can do it.
I think that there's definitely a little piece of Bob that is narrating this whole thing and having a big part of it.
You can't make it up! October official! For the 5th time in 6 years, the Milwaukee Brewers are headed to the postseason.
At the end, then, you got to bring it back around to Uke. Like you could do the speech. Pat Murphy saying he got a letter from Uke.
The last time that we celebrated, Duke was with us. Howdy, boys. Never a doubt you would get this invitation. You did it by believing. Really miss you guys, and I wish I was there. Things are good. God Almighty picked me to be on his team up here, albeit I'm the 3rd catcher. It's a great league. No day games after night games. No shadows. But you got all the sticky you need to have up here. Told the big guy about you guys. You play hard every night, not afraid to play for each other. He's obviously very interested in the group with this uncommon goodness. I know you guys really don't need me, but I've got to tell you, I'll be on the headset every night watching. And don't forget to take it all in, enjoy it, keep it light, and believe in each other.
Hey! Is this heaven? No. It's Milwaukee.
A team for the ages, the 2025 Milwaukee Brewers, and they are not even close to being done yet.
You speak into existence, you see it, you visualize it, you believe that we can do it.
Holy cow, do you believe it?
That was so fun. Wow, they're so talented on the morning show for sure. So let's get to reality here. Oh, the tension, the excitement, the energy. It's Brewers postseason baseball. And for the fans lucky enough to attend tomorrow, the tailgate is just as much part of the experience as the game itself. But to ensure those memories are all good ones, safety still needs to be your priority. Here's Debbie Lazaga.
Whether you're celebrating a win or steeling yourself for the next inning, grilling is often the centerpiece of a tailgate. But in a crowded ballpark lot, an open flame presents serious hazards. Director of Public Affairs for AAA, Nick Jarmus, says it's about keeping your ballpark bash fun and safe.
You want to keep those open flames away from the vehicle as much as possible, and then also be conscious of any leaks. Monitor your surroundings, make sure you're keeping good amount of distance between the grill and your vehicle.
Also, keeping a fire extinguisher within reach is a good idea, too. Once the pregame party is over and you're headed inside the stadium, you need to safely deal with your heat source. While many modern ballparks like AmFam Field offer designated receptacles for hot coals, they are not universal. Never assume you can leave hot coals or grills unattended to cool naturally.
If you can't do that, dousing the coals, putting them out, not allowing them to just burn off on their own, and then still keeping it away from the vehicle until it is fully cooled.
It may seem like a good idea to tuck your grill out of sight beneath your vehicle to prevent it from being stolen, but Jarmus says that is a dangerous and expensive mistake.
A grill stolen is going to be a far less expensive proposition than having your vehicle damaged by that heat or even potentially causing a fire.
The last thing you want to have happen is what happened recently at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where they had a tailgating fire that destroyed 11 vehicles. This safety advice isn't just for the ballpark. It applies to home tailgating, too. If you're hosting an at-home watch party, keep your grill well away from your house, patios, wood siding, and any flammable materials. And keep that fire extinguisher easily accessible, too. And finally, the most critical piece of advice when celebrating a postseason run, driving home safely. Never get behind the wheel if you've been drinking. Sorry to sound preachy, but it's always worth a quick reminder.
The best case scenario is to just not drink if you are planning on driving and have some other alternative. But also just knowing your limits and sticking to those limits. Or just have an alternative way of getting home. Have a designated driver, plan on using rideshare or public transportation if that's an option. And also making sure that you do have some non-alcoholic options for your group.
It's time to cheer on the crew, but also we want to keep things under control so everyone can have an awesome postseason. Go Brewers! Debbie Lazaga, WTMJ News.
Go Brewers for sure. That's it for this week's of Wisconsin's Afternoon News. I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe.